Runaway robot. Oh boy. All right. Well, we're starting a little bit late because Rel was taking a nap. But hi, welcome to DieFall episode 22. 22? Sveni spent 2? Something. I think that's about right. So Rel, how was your nap? Feeling pretty good, champ? You doing all right?
I'm doing great.
I love it. Cool. So yeah, we're gonna do our little pre-show spiely here before I literally throw you guys at some fire and see how that goes. So Rob, what have you been playing recently? Anything good and fun? Enjoying yourself?
Playing video game wise, Pokemon Quest, Hyrule Warriors, and Paper Mario.
Oh, that's right. There was Hyrule
YouTube
Warriors.
video wise.
Yep. Okay.
One day more, but every part is Waluigi.
I was waiting for
on
this.
repeat.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. So Rob, I hope you should have permissions in chat to post that link.
Oh my god.
So people know what's actually happening.
Oh, so those of you that looks like I'm losing my shit, it's because that exists.
Those of you that have not seen that yet, I have now watched a minute and a half of it, and I'm gonna have to pick it up later because there's a lot going on
back there. It has no right to be as well put together as it is.
It's pretty good.
There's multiple voice parts, harmonies going on, and it's just
and a lot of whining.
And a lot of whining.
God, it's a lot.
Oh, it hurts.
Oh man, it's
so
good.
That's
it's
been my day.
Nice, man. So how? Because I've been able to drop in on a couple of your streams for Hyrule Warriors, but mostly at work, so I'm just like listening to audio rather than watching anything. Is it good?
Dude, it's fucking amazing.
Really?
I had no idea it was gonna be that good, and first of all, it taught me to multitask on like a 7th level intellect level. Like oh my god, I feel like
70 chess.
Oh my Jesus, it's so much fun. I've been trying to
why is it so multitasky?
Because you've got an entire as my stream chat likes to point out, I forget that I have an allied base that I'm supposed to be taking care of while I'm on the other side of the map. So you've got troops that are constantly moving toward that. It's kind of like minions in like League of Legends or
sure.
like Heroes of the Storm, but like much more powerful if they send like a captain or something. And so it's like your allied base could be falling, and then there's like 12 different objectives that you're doing at the same time. But there's a main one that there's lose conditions, there's win conditions, there's conditions that you don't necessarily have to meet. Like, I don't know, escorting a cuckoo chick to its mama, and then if the cuckoo chick dies on the way, the mama gets mad and it attacks all other troops, but it really just follows you around the map and hits you like a truck and ruins the A rank that you're trying to get on the fucking Young Link mission. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
But it's a really good game though.
Can I add on to that?
Yeah.
No, dude, I'm just playing. Yeah, so you've played it too, right? So what's up?
I am also
Give me the what's up.
currently playing it, and actually I did a review on it, in fact.
Did you?
So yeah, it is. I'm trying to get the stupid mic to... I'm going to have to adjust that later. Anyway.
Well, you sound great right now, so we'll fix the visual for it at some point.
Yeah, it's just that I can't turn. Anyway, so Hyrule Warriors. I mean, do you know what a Muso game is? Like, have you ever played Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors?
Yes.
Okay, so
that's why I was asking. I was like, okay, how similar is this mentally for me to Dynasty Warriors?
Pretty much that Legend of Zelda skins.
So very similar. The only difference that I know of is that the last time I played Dynasty Warriors personally was way back in like 5, like Dynasty Warriors 5.
Sure, yeah.
And so
because they're on like 25 now, is that accurate? I feel like every year it's like COD, except no one cares. So
Yeah, there's like 15 of them, or not, it's
Yeah.
something. And so when I played it last, you were the army, essentially. You had to run around the map and do all these things, and you had a horse, but it was just up to you. But in Hyrule Warriors, you have to direct your fellow heroes to defend keeps or to take out elite monsters, or just cover the things that you can't do right now because you're off on the other side of the map doing this. And
Okay.
yeah, that's what he means by like multitasking. You have to actually
Sure.
direct your generals to take care of stuff that you can't.
Rather than like when I played Dynasty Warriors on the PlayStation 2, you literally just slaughtered everyone and won the game.
Yeah.
By mashing buttons as quickly and as forcefully as possible.
And essentially, it's the same.
That still exists. It's just a little. There's a
Oh,
little
sure.
more to. There's a little more to think about.
See,
Sure. So
what's
more
interesting
map
is that
than your character, I guess.
Your experience is with the deluxe version, which has that added feature where you control all the characters and are actively protecting the base.
Yeah, well,
and the Wii U version,
there's
it's
a lot of like
you're
quality
just hacking and slashing.
Really?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's literally two different games.
Yeah, they kind of play
pretty
very
much,
different.
yeah.
Wow.
3 different,
That's
I think, if I'm
sort
not
of.
mistaken.
So, well, here's the thing. The original was on Wii U. It's just Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
Hyrule Warriors Legends was on 3DS, and they added some features and some DLC, and I think all of the Wii U DLC.
I thought all of this was the same game.
Oh, no.
Wow.
And then they
Okay.
they combined the features of Legends and the original into the definitive edition for Switch, and that's what we've been playing, at least.
Okay, gotcha. So they triple dipped you. That's
Yep.
kind of but adding features. So
Well, yeah, like if you bought the original on Wii U, then definitely it's the same damn game. So
Okay.
don't waste your money. But if you
Which
didn't buy it, like I
Unless you didn't get all the DLC. If you didn't
Dude,
get all
I
the
skipped.
DLC.
I skipped this game entirely. I played it like literally once, had no idea what I was doing, and I was like, "Nah, I'm okay." Like it was at a friend's house, and then when it came out, I was like, "Fuck it,
It's
I'll
mostly
buy
how
it."
I felt about Dynasty Warriors in general was like I played at a friend's house. We'd smash through like until we could get Lubu as a playable character, right? Like that was always the freaking goal. So we just smashed through until we got to that. But like that's like a 1 day, 8-hour session, and then you're done because that's all of Dynasty Wars. And there's like, there's all these different factions and stuff, but like no one cares. You get your coolest playable characters, you play with those, and you're done. But also we were like 12 when that was relevant, so that something to be said for that. But cool. I'm glad all of you have played that, and I've only seen gameplay like
You should
very
pick it up or
stutteredly
try it.
on Rob's
Yeah.
because my data was terrible. Well, I have a Wii U. I guess I could do that. I don't own a Switch, but I
worth a
haven't turned on
try.
my Wii U in quite some time.
Well, not only
Me
that,
neither.
but
I just moved my Wii U into my apartment, and I'm like, "What am I to do with you, my child?"
I've got a bunch of Zelda remasters lying around that I really want to play because, like,
Good
man,
ones.
I'd love that in
Twilight
HD.
Princess remaster. That's
Yeah,
probably
I'll
what I'm
be
gonna
honest.
play.
Wind Waker HD.
I'll be
I have that too.
really honest. Once Xenoblade Chronicles X gets ported to the Switch, my Wii U no longer has a reason to exist.
Yoshi Woolly World for me.
Ooh,
Everything else.
True. Yoshi's Woolly
Megan and I
World was
played that
deceptively
a lot.
difficult.
Yes.
It was also really good. It's like
Yeah.
one of the
Very good.
So it's like a full-fledged Yoshi game because like Kirby's
Yeah.
Epic Yarn is really Baby Town easy.
Oh,
Yoshi's Woolly World, it's like, oh
They
my
flip
god,
the
I feel like
Switch and are like, here's the opposite of what
It was like
Epic Yarn
it was about this. It was the end of Island 2, I think, is where Megan and I started running into issues like trying to play this. It was like it's
it was the
exponentially
special level
harder as
on Island 2
co-op,
that
man.
kicked my
Like
ass.
for whatever reason, co-op made it so much harder because you could you
co-op.
actually collide with each other. So it's it's like horribly difficult to pull off.
Ashley and I played
that
co-op
sounds
on
awful.
Epic Yarn
Oh
on my
my
YouTube
God.
channel, and
Yeah.
that's chaos.
Yeah,
So I can't even
will-
imagine Woolly World.
That's one of your series that I watched a ton of. Those are really good. But yes,
Sorry.
it was chaos. It was really good. I
Every
actually really
time
enjoyed those.
I think Pokemon Snap came up the other day.
yeah, it did.
Oh, that was a
Professor
great series
Stream.
too,
I
man.
was in that
I
one.
did a series of Rob on his YouTube channel, and I'm like, sorry, I don't do it anymore.
Dude, same.
good.
My YouTube channel right now is a repository for these DieFall episodes.
Yeah.
So, hey YouTube, here's my once every 2 week upload now because I can't be bothered to edit down stream content, or do
Dude,
I have the time?
it's
Hey, YouTube, indeed.
I'm making time for the the stream content, but I got a 5-hour stream to edit soon, and I'm like,
Dude,
I've bit off more than I can chew.
I can't motivate to do that kind of crap anymore, man. I was watching Charlie Pryor. He had like one of his things where he sits in IRL while he's editing stuff and whatever, and he was just talking about stream things, and like hit the nail on the head every time. He's like, I don't know if it's even viable to even try to do YouTube anymore because the rate of return per hour that you put in is so terrible. But the reason he keeps doing it is because the search algorithm there is so much better than anything Twitch provides. Yeah, because there isn't one on Twitch. True. You cannot be searched on Twitch. Like that's not a thing. Or like you can't just put keywords in. So it's like there's this
popping in my ear.
Weird balance thing.
I'm out finding a stream.
Who's loud?
You were popping in my ear for some reason. Like
am I loud?
I'm not sure why.
Huh.
Well, crank me down. I'm not changing anything stream side, so
fine. Okay. Well, let me
leave it the same.
So let me give my 2 cents on YouTube. So I don't really edit my stuff that I put up on YouTube for LPs. It's really just stream of consciousness.
I thought you were talking about your reviews. I was like, yes, you do.
That's so edited.
Wait. If you subscribe to my channel, you know there's more than just those reviews. Like, I do the collab videos. Those tend to go up unedited aside from, okay, here's start time, here's an end time, and I just, cut out that chunk out of a 3-hour stream. That's it. The solo Let's Plays, I just, start, end on the computer. Once I'm done, I'm done. The only exceptions is when I get lost in one particular episode and I have to figure out what the heck I'm even doing.
Yeah. No, that's Let's Plays, man.
And I cut that down. But I don't like throw in, special effects, or I don't throw in the sound effects or anything.
That stuff, I would do stuff like that if I had this as a full-time job, because I tried to start to do that with Bonus Stage Heroes because it was funny to me. And like, I would spend I don't make edits unless I find them personally funny. Right. And so when I'm watching something, I'm like, ooh, that'd be really funny if I like gave the car that's randomly hitting the wall in Grand Theft Auto a like blink sound effect, because it like just very muted, like, you blink and you miss it little moment. Because I'm like, oh, that'd be like kind of funny. And then I'm like, yeah, but do I have the time to do that for every single video that like may or may not get seen?
Way.
But the reason I upload the VODs after like lightly editing them, and by editing it's like I play them at like double speed while I'm doing other shit and listen for moments of me getting lost in a game, and then I just kind of cut that out. Other than that, they're roughly unedited, except for originally aired at this date.
Yeah. So for me, when I was doing Let's Plays, it's the same thing. It's literally like, it's just stream of consciousness for like 6 hours or whatever the hell I was doing or playing for that time.
Oh God,
that's not something that I do for Twitch. Like I don't take the stream content because it's different. There's so much chat interaction there that like it doesn't make any sense to put it onto YouTube because the context is lost.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
Unless
but the thing
you
is,
have the chat up on the video itself, which.
But so my dilemma is the rate of growth does not lend itself to, like, I could spend one day doing YouTube content, and I used to. I was just Sunday. I'd spend 6 hours on a Sunday and make content.
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
Me too.
But now it's, if I spent those 6 hours on Twitch, my rate of growth, difference-wise, is so much exponentially higher. Plus the rate of return, like monetarily, not to get into like super numbers, but like it just totally invalidates YouTube as a whole.
I'm seeing more than 2 cents on Twitch right now. That's where I got after 2 years on YouTube.
Absolutely,
I got 2 cents in my account.
Yep. I think I had
$11.
I'm
not gonna say how. Yeah, I'm not gonna say how much money I have because it's A, nothing to sneeze at, and B, whatever. But like,
it's growth.
It's more than $1.
Positive value.
I can at least potentially see a paycheck coming through from Twitch.
Yeah.
I'm actually the opposite at this point. Let me see. When you say 2 cents, do you mean like
literally 2
pennies?
Literally 2 cents. Overall, yeah.
From ad revenue, once I got ad, and granted, I didn't always have the ad revenue.
And then they took it away.
And then they took it away.
Yeah. Because here's the thing.
But I literally accumulated 2 cents, and that was it.
Oh wow! I actually just now looked up my ad revenue.
$18 over 4 years.
I was close. So I've been active on YouTube with actual videos that have been monetized for about a year and a half now, close to a year and a half. estimated revenue, or at least before they pulled the plug, was about $14. So
Yeah.
not
Better
a
than
full-time
me.
job, but for
Yeah.
me at least, YouTube has
But it
been
was-
a more profitable
Sure.
platform than Twitch, but
Sure.
at the same time,
But-
I kind of want to stream.
Depends on your type of content. Yeah,
exactly. It
I mean,
always depends on your
reviews
type of
lend
content.
themselves, especially when you do them so concise in like a 2.5, 3 minute video, lend themselves better to something like YouTube.
Oh
Because
yeah,
it can be
yeah. The
searched
streams
and
are
you
my
can be
one
easily
concession to editing.
digestible and everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
they're my one concession to editing. They're the only thing I actually put effort into. Everything else is just, be funny. And I do this not because, I want to make it big on YouTube. It's more like I play games and I have weird and interesting thoughts on them, and I want to get them out.
Yeah, it's an outlet. It's a creative outlet, as YouTube was intended to be. Not a fucking TV network. Sorry, I'll get off my soapbox.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so we and I contributed. We have kind of devolved down into something that would do very well as a podcast territory,
Sure would.
or
One
or
day,
something like
the
that.
DieFall
Anyway,
arc.
One day more. Sorry.
One day.
Stop.
To be fair, I was traveling this week, like last weekend for Father's Day, and I was sitting in the car. I was like, man, what would I name the podcast that I totally want to do, like the talk show that I totally want to do if I ever fucking have time?
Yeah.
And I had a couple ideas, but none of them are as good as DieFall, so I'm gonna have to like figure out what we're gonna do there.
Revengeance.
Yeah, Revengeance.
DieFall
So-
Unlimited.
Like a reflection of the episode and blah.
DieFall Definitive Edition.
They have to be separate. So DieFall is good. So here, this is all right. Here, insight
DieFall
for
without
all of
less.
you on a channel and stuff like that. DieFall is the
DieFall without
overarching
dice.
is the overarching term for what will be various Dungeons and Dragons or role playing shows.
Wait, so you mean that we are not DieFall?
You are DieFall : the aspects. This is the campaign is
Oh,
called
God.
the aspects.
Aspects.
Yeah.
If we have a colon in our name, it's just super. pretend.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, because it revolves around the aspects. That's weird, right? I've kind of shoved those into your life pretty heavily.
I got
Yeah,
it.
you showed them.
Aspects, the colon.
Okay.
Been
So
real,
I think
guys.
I think it's about
Thanks.
time for us to talk what we didn't talk last time because Rel needed to leave. Goals. We didn't talk about goals
Oh boy.
at all.
Right.
And
Oh,
I
boy.
again, chat, yell at me, guys, yell at me when I don't do at the end of the session goals, because you guys are awarded XP for these goals if completed on end of session rather than on long rest. It's two differing
chat.
things.
Right.
I had to go.
yeah,
There's no
yeah,
room
dropping
there.
the fucking ball.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
chat.
love you all. Please don't leave.
The only other side note I have is I love when we do these kind of like later afternoon, evening streams because after work I'm way more inclined to start drinking. Oh, it's great. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't, it's like
I
noon on
didn't
a
have
Sunday,
anything
and
in
I'm
my
like,
house, so I'm just gonna sit here eat my peanut.
I'm just gonna
you
try
can
to be
come over
hydrated.
later.
Drink,
I'll give you
drink
stuff.
Drink my Ron Paul.
So let's talk. Ignis, you wanted to find and save your dad.
Pardon
Didn't
me.
happen. You wanted to reunite with the party safely.
Yeah.
You actually did that.
Safely.
Impressively enough, well, everyone got there alive, right? That's kind of
True.
how we're gonna
Ugh.
judge that.
Mhm.
Quite true. Quite true.
Thank
So
every
for
fucking
for
God.
you, I think let's see, what you were to reunite with them. You guys had a fight in that hallway, right?
Yeah.
2 goblins and 6 husks or something. And you had to
Yeah.
you were doing stuff to avoid being your level is 4 right now.
I'm level 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take 400 experience. It's 100 times your level.
Okay.
So you have reunited with the party safely. Congratulations. It's 400 experience for you.
Oh, man, I'm close to level 5.
Heck yeah, you are. It should be
almost-
really soon, to be honest.
I'm almost a big boy.
So
Mom
and
can
then you
almost see in
had
the
get
dark.
to the vault without needing to kill the primordial. So that hasn't necessarily happened yet, but you guys are kind of at a good opportunity for that. So you might want to keep it for this session.
Okay.
So you have an empty space.
So my
do you know what
new-
you would want to?
Yes.
Your asterisk one right now is revenge on the who ordered the poisoning of your father.
Right. I'm gonna keep that as a secondary background goal.
Sure.
One thing that actually, can I make a request? YouTube video wise, can you flip me?
On
you just-
screen here.
Yeah, can you flip me?
Yeah. Hang on a second.
It's like I'm holding up my right hand right now, and it's up on my left, and that's annoying.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
noticed that we're always flipped on the stream. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's the way that OBS captures Discord.
I know. That happened
So-
when we were doing Sakurai, when we were doing the Nintendo
yeah.
stream.
We were trying to do that.
Yeah, I figured that out finally, and I finally just decided
that's
to
still
flip
your right
myself.
hand.
And
You flipped yourself?
no,
No,
look,
no.
I'm holding up my right hand on the left side. I don't like that.
Yeah, so that's correct.
Nope, that's flip vertical. Hang on.
He's upside down.
He's
Yeah.
Spider-Man on the ceiling. Yeah, no, I'll get it. Hang on. I'll actually, if you guys want to be flip, just let me know. But that's fine. But yeah, so what's your other goal there?
Oh,
Okay, so my new second goal, between find and save my father and get into the vaults, is rescue Odeg.
Okay, so let me know if that looks okay. So you want to do
Let's see.
more
That
day
should be right.
Odeg.
Yes, that's good. Fantastic. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
It looks really weird on my screen now, but that's fine as long as you're happy. Okay, so yeah, you want to rescue Odeg, and you have get to the vault without needing to kill the Primordial. You're going to keep that. Cool.
Yes. By the way, is
Miera.
Odeg's name spelled with one G or two?
2 G's.
Yes, I got it right.
ODE. It's literally egg.
Right.
Odd egg.
He's an
Odd
odd
egg.
egg.
Okay,
got it right.
so you, Miara, you have
Yes.
find Odeg. You
Yeah.
still have opportunity to do that. You want to surprise an enemy prior to a combat situation. You did that again, and I believe I gave you 50 experience for that prior. So you want to keep that. You want to
Yeah.
because you did do that. So you're awarded
slow
50.
and steady. Let's do slow and steady. What's that?
You also found Ignis. So that one I believe for you because you were with
That's
Darien is times your level, which is 4 now. You'll have 200 experience for that.
woo.
Yeah, because it was moderately difficult for you, whereas Ignis was alone and in a very dangerous
Oh
situation.
yeah, totally.
Just so everyone has context on how these numbers are happening.
Incredibly dangerous.
If you had run out of spell slots, it would have been so great. I was so ready for you to run out of spell slots.
Can you tell us what you were planning? Did it
No.
involve whips and chains?
No.
And
They
handcuffs.
excited him.
Ah! Oh man, I would have had to been rescued, wouldn't I?
Well, we would have found out, I suppose.
Pass
You
a
might
lot
have.
of Constitution checks.
We still
It's a lot
can
of con
find out.
checks. Oh man.
Oh boy. I want to know. I want to know after we get out of here what would have happened.
So, and then so that's 2 technically that you've completed.
Well,
You have 2
I myself
openings.
have not found Odeg. I only
Oh
found.
yeah, but you
Oh,
found
yes,
Ignis.
that's
You
right,
had
that's right,
surprised
that's right.
the enemy.
Ignis is a surprise attack. So I kind of want to change all 3 of them because Ignis told us what Odeg is all about, or like where Odeg is, and kind of what's happening with him, because that's really what my
Sure.
concern was.
You have an asterisk one right now that is get info on your village and brother, and then
Right.
you said you want to change it, Elise.
Yeah, I want to get into the vault. Period.
Okay.
And and I think because I'm just really mad that that there's just so many orcs. I want to finish slaying the orcs.
Like all of them.
All the ones that are in this cavern, at least that we'll run into.
Like immediately
I
in
can-
front of me.
Oh, without letting anyone get away.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to get away.
No more fleeing.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So
I think that's a better way. I don't
if
want to
in
let anyone
a
get away.
combat situation,
No
let
survivors.
no one
survivors.
flee.
No one.
Sure, that's a possible thing. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, you could do that.
Unlike Ignis's secret goal of really no survivors.
Ignis's secret goal is take over the world, no survivors.
No, I mean, I'm going to kill everybody that's ever seen my face.
So yeah, so no survivors. Get into the vault, and then rescue Odeg.
Okay, so you don't want to just find him, but you want to rescue him. So it's similar to Ignis. You guys have intertwining goals right now. Yeah, so rescuing Odeg is more difficult than finding Odeg, right? Like, you know where he is, sort of. You just haven't found him yet.
Yep.
Darien.
Me.
Find Ignis. Hey, bud, you did that. You did it. That's 200 experience for you, friendo.
I'm the best.
Yeah, you guys had some aligning goals last time. So that's good. So you had find Ignis, so that's gone now. He's there. Your second goal, which we had revealed as currently terrified, thinks he's bit off more than he can chew, wants to get above ground ASAP.
Working on it, dog.
Working on it. And then number 3, which is successfully arm and lead the prisoners in a breakout/revolt. Well, successfully for me is in quotes. Arm and lead the prisoners in a breakout/revolt.
Also working on it, dog.
Cool. So you've got 1 open slot here. You have 2 asterisked ones, which are become closer with Miera and complete mission with Jirok alive. Both of these are still possible, just so you know.
Find a way to incorporate it's dangerous to go alone, take this into anything I do. No.
Sure.
No,
all right.
That's not my goal. It's not my goal.
I'd love that.
That would be so great. Like, it's make as many even though it's like sort of lore breaking, make as many Legend of Zelda references. That's my goal.
Find an old
for some
man
reason Darien is played.
that gives me a sword.
For some reason, Rob is entirely playing D&D with an NES controller and not with Roll20. He's just
to be fair to Darien, you were in a cave alone, and
I found an old man.
You found an old man, and then an aspect gave you something, basically saying it's dangerous. Here, take this. So
I completed the goal.
That happened.
The experience.
That is worth. Hang on.
Episode.
Hang on. Let me calculate that, because it did happen.
That's a big fuck you.
That is a fat 0. And,
Sweet.
That is negative 2,000 experience to G level.
I'm level 1. No,
all right. What do you want to do in the thing?
Slap.
You got a new one? Because I mean, there's things that you guys are doing, right? Like there's you guys want to figure out the gem thing, the primordial, the vault, prisoners, big bad evil guy still around.
Get that map too.
Yep, the map still exists. I mean, there's. Hey, you know what? Listing all that out there, I've given you guys a lot of stuff to do. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, bro.
That's nice.
I'm
all right.
Picturing like a quest log, and it's pretty stacked.
That's sort of what the goal sheet is. So what would you like to have in there? You can always just put one of your asterisk ones in there if you can't think of something that's relevant.
I was gonna say like, stop the threat to the whatever, but it's like that's
the main
leading our
goal.
mission. And also arming the militia. Like, I feel like both of my existing goals are already kind of working toward that sort of a thing.
Sure.
Like, I don't know. Get to know Miera, because I'm always DTF.
Become closer with Miera.
That.
Winky face. My goal has a winky face there.
Mine does too. That's how I intended it. Thank you.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So I think we're good there. Everyone's got their goals handled. Experience has been doled out, and we're okay to go there, huh?
38 minutes in, we're ready to go.
we started about 15 minutes after, so it's okay. So yeah, let's do the thing. We're gonna dive down into DieFall, which I just described this the aspects and the continent of Eladin. So I think what we get right now, like when you enter the show right after the opening credits roll,
right after a word from our sponsors, Cheez It.
Yeah, literally right after like the opening credits where they immediately cut to commercial and then come back, we get this kind of like this flashback sequence of last time on DieFall. And so what we see is like we see Ignis at the door inside Oda. Sure, go for it.
Okay. Last time on DieFall. Ignas Erdrick was in a sticky situation. His party members tried to find him.
This week on
He managed to find Odeg, but he was chained up and couldn't get out.
Oh my god! Next time I'm just writing you a script and you just read it.
Oh, boy.
So we
The party reunited, but not after dynamite was thrown.
oh, that's
Finally.
right, dynamite was thrown.
Yeah. Finally, the heroes were reunited and resolved to open the vault, unlock the weapons, and start a revolution. Write me a
There you
script next
go.
time. I can't think of anything else. That's it.
They saw the fire primordial fuck shit up and then left.
All to the tune of Waluigi singing one
Oh,
tune.
God.
Things are looking rather shitty for our heroes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So we get the whole sequence of like the camera sees Ignis open the secret door into Odeg's hut, disguised himself as a goblin, and then him being led through the prison encampment, seeing Odeg being tortured, and we kind of all get this in like flashes of poignant moments. The goblin, the Two Skulls goblin leader, rounding up people and then heading out, and then we flash over to Darien, and the his aspect, Alis, like Darien rises from one knee and Alis places her hand on his chest, and you watch him like fall backwards into the reflecting pool. And then you see him like wake up, and then he has his breakdown about, you know, all the bad things that are happening here and why are they still in these caves. You see, like, we flash over to Miera whipping off a couple longbow shots, taking down 2 goblins that are like running away to get help and things like that. And then we see Ignis light a stick of dynamite as a goblin and chuck it and watch it explode. And then we kind of like we pan over to the fire primordial just like torching these orcs and this ogre, and you guys taking them out. And we kind of and that scene ends with like the healing spell being cast on Miera and resurrecting her, right? Because she had fallen in battle. And that whole thing rolls, and then we get this like 20 years ago thing, and then we go back to a kind of a familiar scene that we've had before in a previous episode, where the young elf boy with the long black hair and the leather apron on, the long knife at his belt, is kind of laying on his back and scrambling backwards, and we just see this goblin stalking towards him, and we see him pull the knife, and it kind of like the camera zooms in as he points the knife out at the goblin, and it kind of like zooms in on his hand, and there's a brand across the blade. And so we get kind of like a crossfade moment to a hand being charred black, blade, the long knife in the hand, and we kind of get this like zoom out where we see a goblin body with 2 skulls on each of its shoulders, holding this blade out, scorched, slammed against a column of some stony location. And as we continue to zoom back, it becomes apparent that this is the Dwarven Forge, and there's charred goblin bodies all around, and you see the charred, smoldering ogre corpse, the orcs and all of their armor just like emptied in ashes. There's just black charring all over the place, and we kind of get this like slow walk of the camera out of the forge area to where you guys are in the anteroom just outside. Miera just having awoken, being healed. And that's where we begin. What would you like to do?
Okay, let's get investigating.
Sure.
I think the first step is just to, advance forward a little bit. Can we move our tokens? Can we just walk a little bit?
Yeah, no, the map is currently set up, and you know what? That's fine. I'll move it over. I removed a bunch of the tokens so it would load faster. So
Okay.
just be aware that
Yeah.
there are a bunch of like orc, and I'll describe this to you as you guys move along. You're
right.
currently not on turn order, but
I can't see anything past this bit down here. What's going on?
Okay, so you can't see anything. Okay, so
Yeah.
what I was doing earlier, I kind of messed with your guys' tokens to see what would happen. You have a 60-foot there and a 30 there. That should change that to be accurate. There's a secondary option that's available on Roll20. That's Advanced Fog of War options for view distance.
Neat.
But apparently, if you have dark vision, I still need to put the quote-unquote emits light, but not all players can see light, so I will fix Miara's right here too. So I did both of yours.
Okay.
And let me fix.
I can see.
Darien's.
All right, here, join me in the actual forge. Holy crap, there's a lot more to this room.
Yeah, you guys didn't do a whole lot of exploring previously. So here, and I'm gonna try to keep up here with the map so that the viewers can see. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the turn order here. So yeah, there's a lot going on in the vault. So the things that aren't pictured here as you walk around. So let's say you guys like get up and you start walking into the vault area. Ignas, the direction that you walked past 5 orc bodies that have just been absolutely plastered against the walls and melted and charred, and you yourself could not do more damage to these bodies if you had even put your most effort into it.
Hold my beer.
Yeah, well, go for it if you'd like. But as you walk in, you notice that it's not just those orc bodies. There's probably 5 to 10 more bodies laying around, and then smaller charred ones laying around. And then there's the large, smoldering ogre corpse kind of laying off on the side. But everything is soot blackened and charred, and there's ashes still falling from the air from the battle that had taken place here previously. As you walk into the room, it's still hot in here, but it's definitely not as hot as when the primordial was active and out. You look off to the side, and you can already see that like the fire in the lava area off to the side, it's still bubbling quietly, but it seems that the primordial itself has gone back to its resting place.
This is weird. I can't get into my character sheet. That's odd. I click the thing and it just has this translucent rectangle window that just has my name.
Click on.
I can see your sheet.
Is it
so
like
I'm not sure. Try refreshing.
Dropbox of it? Because if you double click the name, then it like if you double click the window, it'll shrink.
There
it
we
up
go.
To be a bigger.
Whoa. Okay. I got it. Thank
That's
you.
what I've been doing, so I could see the map.
Sure.
Oh, is that what I did? Okay. Got it. Okay. I am assuming that charred corpses like plastered to walls is not going to have anything useful to find, but I'm still going to see if I can't like inspect them and investigate.
So you want to investigate the corpses around?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll
sure.
investigate.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
All right, just a minute. Okay, it is at normal. Investigation.
Oh, my sheet's all.
First roll of the day is a crit. That's either very
It's all down.
very positive
from
note,
here.
or we're all screwed. I was about to.
Yeah, you recognize some of these things.
I know everything.
Your investigation is pretty good. You basically just went like
See.
Arkham Batman detective mode on these guys, and you see footprints and stuff.
I
You're like,
can see
how
through
did
time.
how did this happen? So what you first notice is back to where the crystal is, where the gem sits in the room. Looking back towards the statue that lies behind it, you see the Two Skulls boss, his corpse lying there, charred, empty, and broken, but a long knife blade in his hand and an axe in his other hand.
All right, I'd like to take both of those.
Yeah. So the axe, the blade is there, but the handle is kind of charred, and when you touch it, it falls away. So there's an axe blade laying on the ground, but the knife seems to be made of sturdier stuff. It looks a little blackened, but it doesn't seem to have sustained any real damage there.
Okay, I'm actually gonna just plain take it. It's gonna be my new weapon.
Okay, sure.
What kind of knife is it?
So what kind of? So I'll have to give you a thing. I'm pretty sure I decided on it being a dagger, because there's not a long knife option. Or a short sword, essentially. So I'll let you know what it is. So it's a long knife. You pick it up and you take a look at it. It has a slight curve to it, and at where the hilt is, where the leather wrap meets the metal, you see that there's it looks like a brick wall formation branded into the metal.
Huh. Wonder if that's from around here. Can I see if can I make some kind of check to see? Hey, have I seen this before?
Yeah, sure. You can make I think a history check is probably the most accurate here.
All right.
21. You know your history pretty good. You know that various weaponsmiths and things like that will brand their wares. So this is clearly a weaponsmith who has branded a knife with some care. But you're not super sure on who. Either they're not one of the larger weaponsmiths from Erdrick, or they're not from that part of the world.
All right. Well, I'm definitely taking the knife, dagger, whatever.
Yeah, I'll figure out what it actually. I had a thing, but I was like, it's not a short sword, but it's not a dagger. And I kind of may have to make a new classification for it.
A bastard short sword.
A bastard. Yeah, you must use 2 hands for it. So.
Oh God, it's horrible. Especially, don't I even have a short? No, I don't have a short sword.
You don't. You have a spear,
right?
Which is interesting.
I need to get a short sword.
Yeah.
Why don't I have a short sword?
Because you have acid vials.
Right, but also I remember probably because the short sword has like probably 1d6 damage and the spear has 1d8, and that's why I made my decision.
It was just the damage.
Yeah, of course.
Jeez.
Oh, okay. Are you guys gonna join me down here or what?
Yeah. So as I'm like,
I'm not leaving your side.
Gone for now.
Yeah, like
I'm assuming that if it
when
was
Darien like healed me, I got up and I was just kind of like, thank you. I really appreciate that. I don't know what happened. So yeah.
A bunch of orcs stabbing you. Oh geez. So we got lava over there. We got some water over here. We got more lava. You have to actually create this whole room. Like tile by tile.
No. This is there are a lot of very talented artists on Roll20. And a lot of them create map packs and things like that, and you can utilize what they have to make them. So I it's an amalgamation of a couple different things.
Okay. Really quick before I head down there, would I be able to have Balmiar kind of like sniff out the bodies and keep watch with a sense of smell? Command him to
do you want him to sniff out the bodies, or do you want him to keep watch?
Essentially kind of like keep watch, but using their sense of smell as like a perception or like way to see if anyone comes our way.
So okay, so you want him to smell these dead corpses, these burned and charred corpses, and then utilize that smell to smell for orc?
Not the ones that are burned and charged, the ones that we fought.
Sure. Okay. You want Balmier to keep watch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he can, you want him to, where do you want him to wait?
I'm probably gonna have him like center-ish here.
Out in the anteroom?
Yeah, like in this room over here.
Because I'm not looking at the map right now, so.
Oh yeah, so in the center of the room where we were, where those 4 pillars are, like right in the middle there.
Yeah.
And kind of instruct him to roar if he hears anyone coming.
Okay, make a wisdom check. Well, so it's based on smell perception. He has is it advantage, or he has a smell perception on his own? I don't remember.
He has keen smell. Panther has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell.
Sure. So make a perception check with him with advantage. So you probably have to roll twice.
Okie doke. So let me do wisdom. Bam. I think that's it.
Yep, big old 20. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so Balmer's basically just sitting on his haunches amongst the carnage that you guys have wrought and is waiting.
Cool. And I'll just tell him I'll be right back, and then I'm going to head down this way with everybody else.
Yeah, so you enter the forge as well. So Ignis, you're doing your rounds on these corpses. It's very clear that there was a band of probably about 30 goblins that came to this area. All of them are gone, dead, charred, and blackened. Just kind of, it's a mess. About 15 orcs also followed, and this one ogre, plus the other ones that you guys slayed outside. So it seems that this primordial has done a lot of work here. Your investigation
for that.
Your investigation shows that the Two Skulls boss had probably laid his hand on the jewel there, attempted to take it, and then all hell broke loose.
Not surprised. Oh, Odag, you mad genius. And myself. All right. I want to check out these basins, these water basins on the side here. Is there anything notable about them? Any like runes? Anything?
Sure. You want to investigate that part of the area? Make an investigation check.
Yeah, I do.
This is separate to your corpse
Mother of God.
investigation. No way, double crits. Okay, we got to check his stuff. Yeah. So you walk around the wall where the water basin meets the wall closest to the fire on the opposite side, and you see a dwarvish rune, and underneath it a lever about dwarf height, and a dwarvish rune that you don't know how to read.
Should have taken that dwarven extension course. All
I've
right,
been really great in a dwarvish mine and in a dwarvish stronghold, and
If only we had a dwarf.
If only none of this existed.
If we had a dwarf that wasn't strapped to a table being tortured
Or alive.
Weird how that one works too. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. So there's a lever at height, or at like dwarf height. Okay, so I'm just gonna let everybody know. All right, there's a lever here. I'm gonna pull it. Be ready to run.
My lord, are you certain that's a good idea? We're gonna pull a random trap or a lever in this room and assume it's not a trap.
Yeah, I was gonna say Freudian slip. A random trap.
A random trap.
I know that wasn't just a slip of the tongue, Darien. But yes, I mean, okay, no. You know what? We're going to try the very first thing I thought of when I first came in here. I would like to get out a cup, regular old drinking cup.
Yeah, sure. You've got one in your canteen.
Sure. Just take a scoop of the water, walk over to the ruby, say, I'm going to splash water on this thing. Be ready to run.
That's worse.
Please.
That's a worse idea.
I love that the party's actually standing up to Ignis now. This is great.
One moment, please. As I'm prepped for anything to happen, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself because I'm only at 3 HP.
I'm sorry, what'd you cast? Cure Wounds?
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Yeah. I don't know if you can.
Probably a good plan.
Damn it.
Oh, that's
okay. You heal 4.
Yeah, 4.
Okay. Okay. How about everybody?
7.
Everybody else, or you know what? I don't know if you know what? I'm not going to ask Miera to do this because she's rather wounded. If you guys want to move toward the exit, because we know the primordial isn't likely to go past the forge. That antechamber seems to be the limit of his like protective radius. So if we can get past that, he should go back to the forge and go back to his bath. I don't know how it works. Everyone's by the door and is ready to run.
I'm gonna stand in between Ignis and where the agent of our doom is going to spawn.
No,
sure,
dude,
so you stand on the opposite side of the jewel.
Ready to book it.
Dude, I'm standing on like the opposite side, closer to the exit. So unless you want to be, well, I guess you do want to be closer to Primordial. Good on you.
Yeah.
All right. So you ready?
Do you want to line up the water basins in front of where the forge lies?
What?
Do you want to line up the water basins before?
Can they be moved?
They be moved? That was my question.
They look like.
Oh no, sorry, Ignis. We got stuck on the lever, and I didn't get to finish the description of the basins that you were investigating.
Okay.
They're probably about 5 feet deep, and they're literally cut into the stone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's different.
I kind of figured. I mean, they're water basins. I didn't think they were like on wheels or anything.
No, they're not like stone, like above ground stone basins. They're literally like they're cut into the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
seem to be fed. They
I
seem to be
thought they were,
fed
like,
from something up.
Filled with water.
So Ignis, they seem to be fed consistently from something that's up. Oh, he's not here anymore.
I'm here. Keep talking.
Okay. I don't know. You walked away. Okay, so there.
He wants none of this.
There's like a small. You see that there's a kind of a small opening at the base on the wall that opens up into these basins that water is pretty consistently falling out of. So there seems to be something some conduit for water from behind this wall that is filling these basins pretty consistently.
Right, cat was scratching the carpet. Okay, so it's kind of like, regular old fountain where it has a water supply and it drains back into the water supply, or at least drains into a holding tank or reservoir. Okay. So yeah, my first two ideas was to either pull the lever or splash water on the ruby to douse the fires of this forge. But since the lever requires that I be further away from the exit, let's try this first. Are we ready?
Okay.
Are we okay with this?
No, I'm not. I've made it blatantly clear that I'm not okay with it.
Is that in character, Darien, or is that
that's both.
Well,
so Darien is yelling at you right now, Ignis, to not do this.
Raising voice.
Well, I'll tell you,
Not necessarily yelling.
if you have a better idea to get into that vault without this ruby, then I'm all ears. But I think we need the ruby, and I don't know how to get it, and the only way I know how to operate is with scientific method, and that means trying things until they work.
Very well. I just take out my sword and prepare myself.
Sure.
Just be ready to run. Let's all ready in action to run. All right. I'm raise that glass and pour the water out over the ruby.
Okay. You raise your hand, a little bit higher than your height that you stand, and you pour out this small cup from your canteen of water out onto the ruby. The water falls, splashes over the surface, and leaves a nice sheen. Nothing happens.
Okay. Experiment 1A fails. Let's go on to 1B.
Darien releases a breath he didn't know he was holding.
I have a feeling. I'll be honest. I have a feeling that the ultimate solution is to speak a dwarven word that would proclaim you safe, or say something to the primordial that would declare you safe. But since we don't have a dwarf,
speak the ancient dwarven passcode, Mixwigan. This entire place isn't a forge; it's a brewery.
Yeah. Okay, so next thing I wanna see what that lever does.
Okay, so you walk back over to past the basin on the left.
Darien is following.
Everybody get into position before I do anything.
Darien is with you.
Yep.
All right.
Miera, where are you?
I'm gonna move just to the other exit, the one that's a little closer, so I can kind of keep an eye out on things, but I'm still gonna stay a bit a ways.
By the way, yes, go ahead.
I was gonna say, my lord, if I may, if you insist on this experiment, I will pull the lever. You stay by the exit.
I'm gonna shout from a distance. I'm gonna shout from a distance of where I am.
Just like across the.
No, just
like 100 feet away.
Just like, which way does that lever pull? Up or down?
Oh yeah, is it a floor lever or a wall lever?
Wall lever. Like I said, about dwarf height.
Okay.
So
and
does it
it
go
is
like
in the
this way?
currently it is in the up position.
Huh. Is there a lever on both sides?
Would you like to go check?
Yes, please.
You walk over to the other basin, and indeed, there is another lever there in the up position with the same dwarven rune above it.
I wonder if that just controls the water level. All right, I'll just position myself a little bit closer to the exit. Go ahead, give it a flip. It probably just controls the water level.
Darien flips it.
Darien pulls the lever. Darien, you reach out and you grasp this old iron lever, and you pull down, and it doesn't move.
Does the basin where the primordial comes from, does it do anything?
It's quiet. The sizzling of the fire behind you is low, but still very warm.
I look over to Ignis. My lord, try pulling the other one at the same time.
I was thinking the
Okay.
same thing.
Okay. All right. So you're on that side. I'll be on this side. And we just coordinate. Pull on 3. A 1, 2, 3.
3, pull.
Okay. As you both reach up and you pull on these levers, Darren, you notice now it moves smoothly and easily all the way to the down position. When it hits the down position, there's a low rumbling. Just, and above you, the ceiling begins to open up over the forge.
Oh no.
And then a large stone block moves away, and thousands of gallons of water begins to pour out of these 15-foot wide openings in the top, landing into the forge and sizzling, pouring over the forge, hardening on contact with the lava, and it's just hissing, sizzling, and steam is pouring out all over the place.
Oh, it's pouring on the forge itself. I thought we were
it's
going
pouring
to
on the lava.
I run over to the ruby, and I
Okay.
think this is our chance.
All right. Let's get it.
It's either
Go.
now or never. I
Okay.
can run the farthest.
Take
right.
the ruby.
Darien with me.
So the ruby is still strapped under some metal.
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
never.
yeah.
I don't think we got a description of that.
Yeah.
No,
so
we did, but I probably forgot.
The ruby itself is lying on this kind of like, as if it was a large ring in there, but it's also got these like pieces of silvered metal lying across the top of it. And there's a lock on one side.
Okay, time to pick that there lock.
These tools.
Sure.
I don't
Like a
suppose
thief's
there's
tools.
any way somebody could help me with that. Like, hold up a
yeah,
torch or something to shine a light on there.
I have my torch out.
Yeah, no,
currently.
light definitely helps. Just because you can see in the dark doesn't mean you see well.
Yeah,
Right.
I guess I'll assist with my torchlight.
Yeah, and the
Right. Sure.
lava is like
Thieves'
being-
tools?
The light source is being extinguished. So.
Go!
Please. Oh,
Mm.
Hey!
20 and then a crit fail, but you would have rolled the 20 anyway. Anyway.
Oh.
That was a crit fail. That was a
nine?
5. Yeah, that's
That was
a
a
5.
Oh, sorry. It grazed it out. Sorry, I thought it was a crit fail. Anyway, regardless,
It was.
you take out your thieves' tools. The steam in the room is hot, heavy, and and is surrounding you. It's making it more and more difficult. Luckily, you're running over there quickly, working together. You're able to pop the lock open, and the silvered portion of this encased gem pops open, and the gem lies there in front of you.
Okay. Miera, you go ahead and grab it, and
on
we will
it.
be prepared to run.
All right. Be close to the exits.
Darien with me.
yeah.
On my mark.
Okay.
1, 2, and on 3, I'm gonna grab the ruby and sprint out the exit.
Sure. Where are you guys going?
I figured we just go, like, which part of it or just which direction? Because I figured our first stop needs to be to the secret passage, get there, get to the vault, and get out.
So Ignis is leading, and he's running towards the secret passage, so I'm assuming everyone's going to follow him.
Yeah.
Yep.
As you grab the gem, you lift it. It's a little heavier than it looks like it would want, right? It's about just over a fist size, but it seems to be a little bit heavy, and it's quite warm to the touch. As you lift it and start moving it away from the forge, the hissing becomes more and more violent. More and more steam starts pouring out, and the rumbling, less so than stone, but the bubbling of the lava begins again. And as you leave, there's just steam, hot steam pouring out of the forge area as you run towards the secret passageway. So you guys run into the secret passage.
I know
and,
what we do with this.
You guys
Yeah.
run into the secret passage,
Yeah.
and you slam the door shut, right? I'm assuming the door's shut,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you still going, still running?
Yeah, let's go to the forge right now.
Okay, real
The
quick.
forge,
Yes,
or
if we
yes,
get
it's
to
your idea.
if we get to a point where we're outnumbered, we put that thing on somebody's person that's not on our side.
Oh yeah, we just throw it at the enemy. All of a sudden, the primordial just surges back.
Because I'm just waiting for an epic battle, and then the wall explodes, and a fucking primordial comes out like,
Oh
yeah!
Ah, I'll be
Just
honest.
Kool-Aid-
Primordial!
He Kool-Aid mans the whole army.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Yeah, so you've got
Anyway.
the thing. Are you still in a hurried pace to run towards the other area, the
Yeah,
vault?
I mean, I think
Yes.
yeah, for a little bit at least, just a little bit, because we don't want to exhaust ourselves. But I figure we at least put a little bit of distance between us until the sizzling stops.
There's a bit of
Sure.
pep in our step, I think. Just
Okay.
like,
Fast
just
walking.
go, let's just go.
Yeah, so you're moving quickly, thinking that maybe the flowing water is keeping the primordial at bay. So you have to backtrack some, right? Because there's this is the area that breaks off kind of into a Y, where one area goes, or one passageway goes down to the vault, and the other passageway goes down to the forge. So again, it's quite small. You guys are trying to be hurried and things like that, but like Darien has trouble standing up all the way in these small dwarven passageways. So it's kind of a very scrambled and jerky run where like his shield is bashing onto things, and like Miera, both of your like blade sheaths are just like slapping into rocks on the sides and stuff like that. So it's definitely not an easy run, but you backtrack to where you need to be, and then you turn down and you start moving very quickly down the passageway towards the vault. So time passes. It's while running, it's probably about 5 to 7 minutes or something like that. It's not super far, but it's just kind of these winding passages. And you get to the wall that would lead out into the secret opening that would lead out to where the vault is.
All right. So you know what? Before we go any further, I do have to give great kudos to Darien. That idea with the levers was inspired.
I had a puzzle as a child. He says
Oh.
proudly and completely unironically.
I love it.
God. Oh God! All
One
right,
of the
all right.
tenets of his paladinhood is to always tell the truth. So hey, there you go. He had a puzzle as a kid.
I'm gonna chime in and say
A
you're a lot
puzzle.
smarter than I took you for.
I don't
A
actually
puzzle.
do that. Yeah, a puzzle.
That he did over and over again.
Top left corner
Look,
says
I did it.
the party is impressed, and then you're at this wall where you guys need to figure out if you're going to go to the vault or not.
Okay. I think we
To the vault?
definitely peer out the secret door to make sure that the orcs haven't
Sure.
come this way too.
Sure, you
Or back
crack
this
it
way.
open.
Didn't we murder a couple of orcs a while back?
Yeah, a couple days ago, actually.
Wow.
What if they're still there?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't take them along, so maybe they are still there.
You open it. You kind of crack it up, kind of like what you did earlier, and you peer around. You can't see anything from this angle, but you can make a perception check.
Sure. We all looking?
This is like a one-person.
I know,
you
but
can't
like,
all-
is anybody helping me, or is this just a one-person thing?
can-
Okay, let's say
this
Miera.
is
the
gonna
one.
be a
I
one
cast the
person.
light at all in there.
All right, you have better vision than I do. How about
I
you?
do.
Luck?
I do have a better perception, so I'll take a little bit of a look.
Sure.
I am on normal, right? Okay, cool.
Seems clear. It looks darker than you remember.
All right. All right. I think. Okay, if it's clear, then let's just be ready for anything. I'll have. You know what? I will have my new dagger at the ready.
Sure. Okay. So you guys exit the hallway, and if you remember, that it kind of, when you exit to the right, it is a large hallway that kind of just proceeds down until darkness, essentially, for your vision. But on your left, it turns a corner where, if you remember from last time, there was a small brazier that had fire in it, and it's where the two orcs were standing guard. And beyond that was a wooden door. So you guys proceed down to the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the vault.
Sure. So you walk down the left-hand side, and again, it's dark. You round the corner, and the brazier is dead, and there seems to be no one posted here.
Are there orc bodies?
There's no orc bodies.
Okay.
It
Someone's been
almost
here
seems
and
too convenient.
dragged away their dead. Or wait, did we kill them inside the corridor, or are we inside the corridor at this point?
The hallway that you're standing in, that kind of like L shape, is where you had fought them.
Okay. Someone came and dragged them away. That's not promising. Someone's been here.
Would I be able to make a survival check to see where kind of those bodies could have gone? Like,
Sure.
or at least see where the path has gone?
Yeah, why not? You can
Cool.
see if they were moved and in what direction,
Yeah.
depending.
And if any other footprints were made.
So remember,
Or-
this is hard stone.
Right.
Footprints
right.
are
It is hard stone.
difficult to see, but you might be able to tell like if there's dust or blood marks or something like that. So you can make a survival check to see if you can
Alright.
find any of this stuff.
I'm gonna take a look and see what I can.
Yeah, go for it. You're gonna case the area.
Wow!
Oh, you can't
Taking
tell
all the
it.
good crits.
Sorry.
Apparently, and from what you can tell, it's you don't know if they where they would have been moved or how or by what.
I can just picture Miera going, there were bodies here? We
Well,
killed
so
them?
it's not remembering. It's like a someone was really clean about this.
I just can't see anything.
right,
Ron
so-
Burgundy.
So let me ask this, because this was my concern. Do we have a clear line of sight to the hallway of traps?
The wooden door is currently shut.
Okay. So I think
we left that open too.
okay, I think we
Honestly,
should
left
I
that
think
door
we should
open.
go ahead and assume that there's someone behind there.
I think that's pretty safe to assume.
Yeah. What if we opened it a crack and I threw in some dynamite? Nah. I wouldn't waste dynamite like that with a blind toss. I'd have to be able to see them. Anyway.
Really hear the scream.
Oh God.
Darien, are you all right?
How is
No, I was being
Yeah.
Ignis. Like, I need to really be able to hear the scream.
It's one of those things like, welp, and Darien is now on a weird track for a fallen paladin class.
This is what happens when you're stuck inside a cave for how many days now?
weeks,
Weeks?
actually,
No,
guys.
man.
It's been multiple weeks
It's
that
been-
you guys have been
it's
down
been-
here.
He
Yes.
hasn't been able to see
It's
for
been-
so long. This
I
poor
forget what the
man,
sun looks like, dude.
our eyes are gonna hurt so bad.
Oh my god. Okay, I think we sneak up to this door and see if we can hear anything, and then we just like, I don't know, open it a crack and fire off an arrow or something.
So it's a door, right?
Uh-huh.
So when you crack it open, you have a 2-inch opening where you could fire an arrow.
Yeah.
So do you try the door?
Sneak attack. I would rather put my ear to the door and see if I can hear anything.
Make a perception check.
Awesome.
A 10. You don't hear anything. It's actually eerily quiet comparatively to the hissing of the steam and the running through the hallway and the banging against like secret corridors and things. It's just all of it's what you hear right now is the crackling of Darien's torch.
Right. I mean, I don't hear anything, but I still say we should be really ready for a surprise attack.
Agreed.
All right. Darien, you want to?
I'll open the door.
Yeah. Have your
So,
shield
Darien,
at the
you-
ready, and I
try
will
the door?
be right behind you.
I
Sword
can
and
have the
sickle
shield
at the
out
ready.
and the torch.
Sure. So shield and torch. Gotcha.
Oh, I was saying I can have the shield out and the torch.
you could
But I
shield and
could
torch.
do that.
Shield,
Yeah.
torch, drop
All right.
torch, pick up sword.
Feels right.
Yeah. So you want to go shield torch? Try the door.
Yeah.
It's hard to open a door holding a shield and a torch, but sure, you try the door. It seems to be locked.
Always with the buildup. Okay, fine. All right. Can you shine a light down there so I can see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go.
18. So Ignis, you hear that satisfying click of a lock. Seemed like the lock was pretty simple, but you are able to unlock it.
All right, back to positions.
I tried to again.
You open the door all the way, or
Yeah. Like
Yep.
slowly, but all the way.
the door creaks slowly open as Darien pushes his way through shield forward, and it swings open to its inside to its full opening and a dark hallway.
Grind
hear
them
the words.
away.
Yep. If I don't hear the words "roll initiative," I unclench my butthole. All right.
But
Well,
wasn't this lit before? Couldn't we see in here before?
Miara, are you at the back of the party right now?
Yes.
Make a perception check.
Not anymore.
I'm scared.
Fuck.
I'm really
9.
scared.
Okay.
Because I feel like this hallway was lit before.
I don't remember that. I do remember, traps. Pardon me. Okay, the only check I want to make, the only thing I want to see before we continue down the hallway, and I'm presuming that Ignis remembers the placement of all the traps since we went down the hall and then back.
Make an intelligence check.
All right. Well,
It's a 9 because that's not with.
Sorry,
with
I
help.
forgot the advantage.
You think they might be in different locations. It doesn't look how you remember.
All right. Then I remember that there was a telltale mark on each of the traps. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was this little tiny imperceptible mark. Except
Ignis
to me,
would. Here's the thing. Ignis would remember.
Yeah.
Make an investigation check.
Awesome.
20.
Whew.
Yeah, you're able to find what the perceptible difference is. Yeah, I mean you can see them, but it takes time for you to find each of them on every step.
Okay. Well, I don't really remember where all the deadly traps were, but I know how to spot them. So everybody follow me.
I follow my lord.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to need dexterity checks from everyone.
Yay.
Cool.
I'm excited.
Darien crit fails and kills us all.
All right, that's enough out of you.
Damn it.
Oh,
Ignis fails and kills all of you.
Oh,
Either way.
Excuse me, Mr.
I'm really
Ignis.
nervous about this roll.
Dex roll or a dex save?
Straight dex check.
Thank
Please
you.
tell me it's on average. Because I like an average of 12 a lot more
So-
than
If
six.
it's on average, I'm gonna have Balmier with that.
So Ignis, as he's investigated this spot,
Sorry.
and says, "Okay, I know how to find these. Follow me." Immediately steps on one directly in front of him. I'm gonna need dexterity saves from every one of you.
Fucking hell.
Please.
Wow.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh God!
I think I'm down again.
I'm gonna need. I need a Balmiar save, by the way.
Oh yeah, I do need a Balmier save.
Are we just dead now?
Just a dex.
more one of those really
to
deadly traps?
Revolution. We will nip
This is
it
as best as I
in
can
the
do.
Oh my
bud.
god.
How did all of you fail? Okay.
Fuck's sake.
I used up all
And
the
so
crits,
as
man.
Ignis is behind you, and his foot slips off the thing and hits one of those that he's supposedly found.
He was
a jet of
demonstrating.
fire opens up from the wall and sprays all of you with some searing flame for quite a bit of damage, which is really unfortunate for
Oh,
you guys.
I think I'm down
Um,
again, guys.
Oh god. I don't know. Oh wow, okay.
So this
Yeah, I'm
flame
down
jets
again.
outwards and it sears, it burns, it's super hot. And immediately Miara falls again. Her wound sustained from earlier, she succumbs to them again. It is not a good
Followed
time.
by Darien.
Darien
Darren's
also goes down.
I had 15 HP.
Oh.
Wait,
That was
Ignis,
exactly
you still have
right. Wow.
Potions, right? You're because we haven't used after the long rest.
I don't think
Do we have to be-
Darien's used one.
How's
or
how's
wait, has
Balmiar
he?
doing?
Oh, Balmiar.
I don't know, but I
Almost
can't
told his
react
health.
and drink a potion. I'm
That's true.
unconscious.
Oh, but I can pour it down your
I
throat.
gotta see what Balmiar's total health is really quick.
Who remembers if I gave you a potion? I feel like I gave Miara a potion last time. Yeah, because I gave you a
32
ton of health.
HP he has, according to.
Okay. So I'm just gonna
So-
look back.
And then so minus 15. He's good.
I'm just gonna just say, oh God, that burns, and then look back at the party. Yeah, that really burnt. What happened to you guys? Why am I alive? Again. Oh, please don't die on me. Please don't die on me. Please don't die on me. Oh, Balmiar,
The
get
spiders all over
lick-
again.
just lick her face. Maybe it'll wake her up. I'm a scientist, not a doctor.
Ignis, are you doing anything or?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't really remember. I'm gonna give Darien a healing potion because I remember giving Miara one, but I don't remember giving Darien one.
Sure. So while you shove a healing potion into Darien's mouth, Miara, make a death save for me.
All right,
No,
2d8.
Don't do that.
Wow.
Six-
Have
oh, there
16
you go.
HP.
Wow, that was a double 8. Holy.
Why am I getting the crits and all the unimportant rolls?
Mark one success.
Unimportant. Fuck you.
Yeah. Okay.
I just
that was
netted
really mean.
1 HP, dude.
Unimportant because you would have gotten back up regardless, but like I would have
Yeah, McSwiggins didn't get up.
dude, I would have rather critted the intelligence roll that would have told me exactly where every single trap is. And then
You
we
guys
wouldn't
are
have
not
gone
dead.
through this to begin with.
Congratulations, Miara. You're not dead, I guess.
So Darien,
Oh God.
as you suckle on the teat that is Ignis's healing potion, you feel invigorated and you are currently conscious. Hopefully Ignis decided to drag the bodies a little bit away from, I don't know, the searing jets of flame that could possibly be triggered.
It's just did.
But you're alive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have one of my
Ignis,
own
Darien,
potions. By
what
the
are you
way.
doing? Ignis takes his own potion. Darien, what are you doing?
I immediately look
Here we go.
to Ignis to make sure that he's fine. And then I look to Miara and I run over to her and I heal her.
You use lay on hands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Watch
actually, that
the
how
16
much?
may have really saved our butts because
I
that
heal
is
her
really-
for 5 HP.
I take
Miara,
it back.
you come to consciousness with Darien's hand resting on your cheek. This warm light suffusing you.
You
And you-
decide which one.
You notice you can't tell if it's because you're coming back into consciousness for the second time today, and it's just your mind's a little boggled. But you could have sworn that there was a woman standing behind him, dressed all in white, with a hand on his shoulder, with lavender eyes.
Huh.
Okay. Is everyone awake? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
I might
okay.
need a moment. though.
Okay. You're not dead. You're not dead. That's what's important. You're not dead. Okay. All right. New plan. You two stand watch. I know what the traps look like. I will walk down the corridor of death. Miara, can I have the ruby?
Yes, and I'll hand him the ruby like while holding my head, just like I don't know
Sure.
what's going on right now.
Being shit on by the
My lord, I
gods.
can't let you go on alone.
I need you here defending the hallway just in case the orcs or God forbid that primordial comes over. Can I describe to them what the trap areas look like just so that they know in case they have to flee?
Make I need intelligence checks from both of you.
From us.
Oh,
Are you
boy.
going to try to describe this to them?
Yes. I'm gonna
Then
try
I
and
need
describe
intelligence
it.
checks
just-
from both of you.
If I show it to them, wow.
Wow, we. I think this kind of makes sense. This kind of makes sense.
Wow.
Hey Joel, you want to
So
share
Ignis
a beer?
is-
Be a pal.
Yeah. So Ignis is desperately trying to show Darien the imperceptible difference in the plates that Darien just can't see. He just can't see it. It's just not something that he can perceive. Miara gets a good idea of it, but she's not necessarily sure of herself that she'd be able to pick these out, especially if she was in a hurry.
All right.
I'm gonna blame it on being unconscious twice.
Hey, that concussion is an excuse for every occasion.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Darien, you should just go play with your puzzle.
My lord, you remember that puzzle I saw?
You don't see very many negative ones, man.
Never rolled a negative.
Oh my god.
Claps in chat. -1, boys.
It happened. It finally happened.
Oh, this is the episode where everyone dies.
Yep.
Oh god.
Welcome to DieFall.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
You guys really need to just post up here. I don't want everyone
I'm
to die
probably
down this
licking the wall. -1.
No.
Jesus.
Dude,
Darien,
I
this is
imagine
at a
like a
particular
fly kind of
task.
flew through his ear and then out the other.
This is him staring blankly ahead.
Like what? This is what happens. Darien, like if God forbid Darien dies, this is where Rob rolls a wizard straight up and just dumps everything into intelligence because he's never gonna deal with this again. Just doesn't care. I just see it now.
Oh god.
Anyway,
Just like Mick Swiggins with charisma as a dump stat, and then he just says the most inappropriate things in the most inappropriate times.
Yeah, that was on purpose.
Oh my god.
I know.
And it was charming. This is just sad.
it's so take it this way, Darien. You still read well. It's fine.
I read good.
The difference is you can't see the same things that a very smart half wizard can. That's not crazy. It's basically you're looking at this like your High Lord performs magic that you can't understand.
You sound like my mom.
I'm trying.
Oh, chat says they can't see the rolls.
Yep, that's my bad.
No, it's okay. Nobody needs to see my roll.
Yeah, the two screens kind of got messed up a little bit. Sorry, guys.
Oh god, yeah. I'm gonna
I
take
put
my time.
I put my shield on just like you, one leg at a time, guys.
Heck yeah.
Ah,
I'm
Ah,
just
so
like you.
so to continue with the story,
Oh.
Miera and Darien, you are both standing by the wood door, I suppose,
Yes.
the one that's open.
Yeah.
And
I would
Ignis,
I would suggest closing it before I embark on this perilous path of death. It's like if they come back and see it closed and locked, presumably, then it will take them longer, and you will be ready for them.
It's not a bad idea.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
so
do
do
it.
you close the door and do you lock it?
Yes.
You click the
Mhm.
lock? Okay. So you set the lock. You're standing at the ready. Darien, shield and torch in hand, I assume? Or are you going to do sword,
Swapping
shield, torch?
sword and torch. I mean, I'm sorry. Gonna have sword in right hand, torch in left.
Sure. Sounds good. Miara, what do you have weapons readied or
Hoping that we have a moment, I'm gonna cast another cure wounds on self.
Oh God!
Yeah, no,
and
I
then-
mean you have 6 seconds, like while you're getting up, you could do this.
Yeah,
excuse
yeah.
me.
So I'm gonna cast cure wounds on myself and then also on Balmiar as well.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
I worry.
Go for it. Roll it twice. First is for you, second for Balmiar.
You're worried about yourself
First.
more. I think it's your turn for the bad dice.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm role
alright.
playing.
All right.
I care for my
Alright.
panther. Mother.
Yeah, you
I care for my panther. You greedy shit.
max roll that one. Okay. So you guys are standing at the ready.
I'm
And
gonna run at 10
Ignis,
HP now. It's better.
and
Yeah.
Ignis, you're
Yep.
going to attempt to cross the
I'm gonna
Okay.
attempt to cross the perilous path of peril.
6.
Thank you.
Roll.
Thank you. What do you call it? Thank you, Pop Filter, for the piece.
yes. Roll a one more dex check for me, please.
Goodbye, everyone.
19.
Congratulations.
Ignis behind you guys
Oh.
at the door is carefully picking his way across what now, as he moves past Darien's torchlight, becomes harder and harder to see. But he takes a step and he stops and looks and takes a looking for the almost imperceptible differences in the floor tiles for where he needs to be stepping next. Those of you waiting at the door, can I get a perception check, please? So you can do with one person with advantage, or just roll separately if you'd like.
Say go for advantage.
I would
But
say
that's
so
just me.
too.
2.
Okay. Darien rolled. So Miara, do a straight roll, please. Perception.
Wow!
Or
I guess I'm dying
What
today.
is with the
Hey, can I have
crits?
Balmiar roll a perception check as well, since he's like right there too, or no?
I've seen more crits in the first hour of this
Sure.
episode than I have in
Sure?
entire
Cool.
sessions.
11.
an 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ignis, as you're carefully making your way, like minutes pass, right? Like you're being as careful as possible trying to do this. And the hallway itself is probably like, 30 to 50 feet long, and it's full of these tiles that you can keep seeing that will probably kill you if you step on them, right? You've seen what happens now.
They're the death tiles.
Back at the door, Balmiar seems a bit agitated, growling a little bit under his breath and looking worriedly up at you. He seems to be taking deep inhales, but seems a bit confused.
There's definitely something out there. I don't know what though.
As you get to, Ignis, you get to the other side of the door. And it's at this point that Darien and Miara, the wooden door explodes inwards. Fire pours in inconceivable amounts.
There be.
Oh yeah.
The roar of the furnace is in front of you, and
God.
it is horrible, painful, and immense. And this is the point where we're going to take our break for the session. We'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes. We'll try to keep it short because we did start a little bit late today.
God,
and
I'm so sorry,
when we get
guys.
back, we'll see what happens. So
So sorry.
Thanks for joining us.
So very, very sorry that we didn't roll better.
Gonna be on a timer for that.
Welcome back.
Give us
so,
like 5 minutes.
So Rel was discussing various plans and things and out of character that he's hopefully going to shout really loudly and quickly at people. So I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to let you guys a little bit in on it since we were all back at it. That's an awesome stat. Wait, I want that. Wait, what the hell? Dude, I wanted that Archer statue.
Oh,
Dude.
Please hold while I drink my sorrow.
Duzen's in the chat, and he's got it right. There's a reason we call it DieFall. That's
a little fancy.
People are gonna die, and Ignis is gonna fall to his knees.
Guys, is this
going,
the Dark Souls of D&D?
Yeah, we just didn't discuss it previous, so I'm ruining everyone's lives.
Nice.
Anyways, continue with your.
So, what myself and Professor Sakurai / Miara were discussing was that if Darien follows Miara down the hall and she just does her best to avoid the traps, then presumably the primordial would either set off or just disable the traps simply by being lava, and either get damaged or not. But either way, they can't just stand and fight it. The other idea I had was that if I put the ruby in the slot, it would disable the primordial because, the ruby would be activating the vault. Of course, if the primordial is on a kill all the interlopers type of programming, then
like he is.
Then it doesn't matter what happens. We would have to get into the vault, loot it, or get into the vault and close it behind us, which would probably just be a slow death.
Here's the thing. If more of those traps are fire-based, like the first one was, it could potentially make it stronger.
Or just do no damage to it.
Yeah.
Like,
good.
Your alternatives are stand and fight, run down the hallway. I don't know, you tell me.
Or abandon Ignis.
Well, how are you going to get past it, though? I think based on my understanding of the hallway, you literally have to go through the fire.
Well, you're the one with the ruby.
Right.
So chances are it's like directly after you.
Right.
So if we were to step aside, it could potentially just dart.
I'm not going to
for
do
you.
that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a good idea, but it is an option. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do, considering I'm at 10 HP and I'm not combat ready.
And I don't know how you're going to get back up to consciousness if you go down again.
Exactly.
Ready?
Yeah, let's
We're
go.
going to go. This is. What do you guys do? The fire primordial has blown open the wooden door. It lays a kimbo on its hinges, and it is beginning to pour into the room in its fiery form. What would you like to do?
My very first question: how long was that hallway? Because if it's like the grinding hallway where it's like 100 feet, then I'm not going to bother doing anything.
30 to 50.
Huh?
30 to 50, and you. When the door was blasted open, you are standing in front of the large silver doors with the dwarven runes carved in it, and the diamond-shaped slot in the middle.
Right. Then would I have heard the explosion?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes. You can even as far away as you are right now, remembering the heat of the primordial when it touched you the first time. It brings back horrible memories, and you feel it on the back of your neck, even though it is about 50 feet away from you.
Then the very first thing I would say is, "Oh shit!" and just try my best to get the ruby into the slot.
Okay. Ignis's action is to put the ruby into the slot that he believes that it fits into. Miera, Darien, what would you like to do?
Give me a moment. Darien, go.
So I just typed in chat. I just realized we are utterly fucked if this doesn't open the vault.
You guys made a lot of assumptions. Let's find out if it's all right.
If we need to say a dwarven word, we're fucked.
I drop my torch and raise my shield and try to block the blast.
Okay. So Darien tosses his torch to the side and in a valiant show of bravery, unshoulders his shield, stands in front of this immense fire primordial that's in front of him, and attempts to block its path. And my camera just...
Are we going to be on a map? Or is this just assuming that if we don't move, we die? Straight up die.
Map isn't required when we're dying.
I know. I guess the question is there a point to rolling for initiative, or are we just dead?
Right now, each of you have one action before I ask you to do anything else.
Right.
Darien has made his. Ignis is doing his. Miera, what would you like to do?
How wide is the area that we were standing at before it bursted in?
The hallway itself that you're standing in is about 10 to 15 feet across.
And he takes up like that whole 10 to 15 feet across.
From what you remember of the fire primordial, he fills a space that is roughly 30 feet across.
Holy shit.
But he can also... You watched him go down hallways as easily as if he was any size. He doesn't seem to be encumbered by size.
Yeah, I know. That's why... Oh, shit.
It's made of frickin' lava.
I'm panicking at this point.
Is your action
because
to panic?
My action is probably to... Because I kind of understand how those stones work. I'm going to try to get across.
So you want to run?
I'm going to run with Bounty.
Both of... Okay. Sure. Make
that's my only real choice.
Because you're running this, you don't know, you don't have time to find the traps. Okay, let's see how. Do you want to run this?
If she runs.
Is that your final answer?
If she runs fast enough.
I don't want it to be like I'm running blindly through it. Like I'm aware that the traps are there and I'm trying to keep an eye out. But also,
remember, it takes an investigation for each individual tile to find where they are.
Oh, shit.
And you vaguely know what that looks like when Ignis described it to you.
I guess if you run fast enough, can you just...
thing I can
remember that this all three of these things are happening within a 6-second span.
Yeah. So,
can you outrun the traps?
I don't think so.
You can try.
I don't think so either. But you know
try.
what? You do you, buddy.
No. I'm dead kind of either way, right? And the only way to risk living is to just go. I think that's the only way.
Oh God,
I'm just
Rob's
looking
drawing
at the,
again.
I'm just looking at the manual.
Oh,
To roll a new character. I'm just already picking out what's
Oh
happening.
yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it too. All right, so
Oh.
question. We have inspiration points.
Indeed.
We sure do.
If I use one, that's just for me,
Yeah.
and that doesn't include like Rob would still have his and Rel would still have his.
Yeah.
It's a cumulative pool. So you can share them amongst each other, but each of you can hold one.
Right,
Okay.
and I'm still holding one from like a long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
like ages ago.
Because I was just trying to, because that
Remember,
mechanic
it's just
always, like,
advantage.
confuses
It's
me.
advantage on one roll, and you're more than it's easy enough, I think, to get inspiration on every session if you'd like to.
Yeah.
By role playing. So
Heck, Darian's idea for the levers, that was inspired.
he already has inspiration. There's no need to give it to
so
him
he doesn't
currently.
need one. I'm gonna use
Miara,
my
what
my
are you doing?
inspiration.
Otherwise, I'm going to say Miara is paralyzed in fear and she does not move.
Yeah, I'm using my inspiration point to try to outrun the traps.
You're going to run it.
I'm gonna run it.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can do.
I'm going to roll this, and I'm going to need you to roll a... You're going to try to be faster than them.
I have to try.
Balmiar is doing this as well.
I feel like he shouldn't, but okay. You do you.
I feel like you shouldn't either,
like-
but I gotta make a split decision now.
Somehow this is gonna result in me getting roasted.
I'm just gonna say yes.
Oh,
Balmiar goes with you. I need both of you to
scared.
make
I'm so scared.
athletics checks because you're trying to dead sprint faster than things
Okay.
behind you.
And this is being rolled on advantage
Oh.
for me
For you.
specifically because of
Because you're using your inspiration.
yeah, because I'm using my inspiration.
23. Okay.
Okay. Now
That was very nearly a
I'm
crit.
so nervous right now.
Yeah,
Is it
that's
just
kind of why.
athletics.
So
Oh.
for him, it's strength
Okay, for him it's strength. Come on, buddy. Come on,
because he
buddy.
doesn't have an athletics tick.
Yeah.
16.
I don't know what that is.
As the fire primordial bursts into the room, and Darien tosses the torch aside and stands in front of the primordial, unshouldering his shield to defend his liege lord. Ignis attempts to shove the large diamond-shaped ruby into the vault door behind him. Miara sprints across the trap-laden floor, attempting to outrun whatever dangers will befall her. Can I get a dexterity saving throw from you, please?
Yes.
Okay. Miara sprints across the floor, Balmiar following close behind, and she triggers one of the traps. It sprays the jet of fire, and she's unable to get past it. But her momentum carries her through to the end of the hallway. So Miara, you were able to outrun 3 of the 4 traps based on your roll,
Mm-hmm.
but you were unable to dodge the fire of one of the traps that you triggered.
Right.
So you suffer 17 fire damage.
I'm down.
God.
Have Balmiar make a dexterity saving throw for me, please. Actually, 2.
Who wants roast panther?
Oh.
We have rations.
7 and a 13.
And a 2. Okay. So Balmiar will suffer... actually, I can just do this,
I'm down.
this, and then half of this. Oh, wow.
Ow.
10?
Okay.
So he will suffer 30 points of total damage.
Oh, fuck. Balmir's also down.
Oh.
So Ignis, as you shove this ruby in, Miara and Balmiar's smoldering bodies slam into the vault doors, having sprinted across the entire field. Both of them still on fire, kind of smoking. They look unconscious to you, but you can't stop what you were doing. The ruby falls into place.
Just push it and go like, what the what?
when the ruby falls into place, there's a deafening roar of flame and fire, and the fire primordial spins, rotates, and flies across the 50 feet of the hallway and slams into the center of the ruby. All of the fire falls into the ruby. The ruby glows red hot and then fades as every one of the dwarven runes on the door becomes alight with fire. And as it falls down to the very bottom of the runes and the circle opens, it splits in the middle, the ruby sitting on one side, and the vault opens. Darien, standing in the middle of this, as the fire primordial's body is sucked past you in a vortex, you suffer 1d5 damage, which is 1, and Ignis, you suffer 4 damage. Both of you are now on fire.
Wait a sec. Would I have time
Miera,
to see the thing coming and get out of the way?
It is 60 feet of cross. This is not a get out of the way thing. This is a survive through the fire thing.
Oh, all right. Whoa, that was...
Unless you want to dive towards, I don't know, the fire traps. But it's not a... No.
It's taking up the entire hallway?
The fire primordial is 30 feet across.
Oh, okay. I thought like
It's
the mental
a
image
big
that I
boy.
got was him kind of spindling and just becoming like very becoming thinner in order to go into the ruby.
It does not negate the fact that the flames from this being are enough to hurt you.
Okay.
We're talking about a literal being made of fire and lava spinning out of control into an enclosed space.
Okay. All right. All right. I will.
Miera.
Yep.
And Balmiar both fail a death save. The fire of the primordial burns your unconscious bodies.
I'm gonna use my next action to put myself out.
Okay. Ignis puts himself out. Darien, what would you like to do?
Also that.
Darien douses the fire on his body. Miera and Balmiar, please make death saving throws for me, please. Remember that if you have inspiration, you can give it to your friends. Currently, Miera and Balmiar are sitting at 1 fail.
What?
If they
I'm
roll a
at 2
1,
fails.
no, every time you get up,
Oh, it resets.
it resets.
I will give my inspiration to Miara because I never use it anyway.
Okay, Miara, you have advantage on your death saving throw.
Okay.
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 Roll again. You have advantage.
Because I rolled it on advantage and it didn't show up for.
No, death saves don't function on
Oh,
the
they
same
don't. Okay.
key. No.
Oh. Well, that's
No,
interesting.
because the only way you can get advantage on a death saving throw
Is with
is
an
from inspiration.
Gotcha.
So, and some games don't even allow it.
Right.
Whereas
Miara,
I'd
you
be like,
succeed.
live, damn it, live.
Miara, you succeed. Balmiar, generally they don't get death saving throws, but I decided a little bit while ago that they
Yeah.
can.
How
Because
are
it
we
feels
doing
bad.
death saving
Because we
throws with
lost.
him?
It's a flat 1d20. Over 10 is a success, or 10 and over is a success.
So it's slash roll 1d20.
Mm-hmm.
20 greater than 10, right? Well, that's a 10.
Oh.
No, don't do greater than 10. Just put 1d20.
Oh, just 1d20. Okay, good.
5. Balmiar fails his second save.
Okay. Very next thing I do. She already took
Ignis
a potion
is-
today.
Yep. Ignis is next on the list.
Cure wounds on Miara right away.
Okay.
Like, I'm sorry if your panther dies, but like my first priority is to you.
Roll cure wounds.
Cure wounds. 1. God damn. God damn, with the crit rolls on the heels.
Nice, dude.
That's more than I've had myself.
Miara, Miara, for the second time today and the third time total, Ignis is standing over you, his hand on your chest, and this warm light is coming from his hands, and you shock awake. inhaling deeply. Darien, what would you like to do?
I am standing in the middle of traps. And
you are on the far end. You're currently not in the middle.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm surrounded by traps in some capacity.
Sure.
Darien, stay there.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Darien, if you're not going to do anything else, I suggest you make a perception check.
Oh boy, okay. This went well.
No. It looks pretty much the same. It is carnage, and you're in shock.
Okay.
Miera, you're awake now. So, Ignis, what would you like to do? Miera, you'll get a chance this turn.
Can we stabilize the panther?
Make a medicine check.
All right. Can you help me stabilize him, please?
I'll try.
Miera rolls over, having not even gotten up yet, and will attempt to stabilize her panther, cradling him in her arms.
Oh, is it medicine?
Mm-hmm.
I was just checking to see if I have a medicine kit, and I do not. So, okay.
19. You put out the fire that is currently killing Balmiar. His breaths are shallow, and he smolders a bit, but it doesn't seem like he's dying.
Okay. Okay. That was foolhardy and stupid. You really shouldn't have done that.
I know.
I mean, granted, there was maybe a 70-30 chance, or no, 30-70 chance that this didn't work and wouldn't stop the primordial, but really, running across the traps.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. I
know one of those things could have been
so
poison
long
gas.
now. It's just I can't.
Oh my god. Okay. Look.
Something. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I really don't. Well, I'm down here. I have no idea why I'm down here.
Get yourself together, woman. Here's what we got to do. We got to get in there. We got to find the I can't remember. I can't even remember if it was a hammer or an axe, or I think it was a hammer that Odag wanted. We get whatever we can. We pile it in the bag of holding. Empty out the crap if that's what's necessary. We get back over there. You follow me, damn it. And we get somewhere where we can just patch our wounds. Because, oh my god, I'm still smoldering a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Darien, can you just hold the hallway and keep a very close watch?
I'm trying, my lord. I can't move.
I know. No, you can move. You're not in the trap field. You just can't move backward.
Correct. You're at the far end of the hallway where the door is.
I thought that's, well, yeah.
Oh, you're not in the trap field.
You're watching.
I thought that was like literally right next to where he triggered the thing.
No, you guys took up in where I had you was you guys took up basically both sides of the door.
Oh.
To keep watch while Ignis went across.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from where the door is to
Got
where
it.
the traps they start, there's about 10 to 15 feet of just open space, plus you have the door open to you.
Okay. Well, then I will keep watch. Less clenched.
Ignis, do you turn around, take a look at what's in the vault?
Let's, just like in Borderlands, let's take a look at what's in the vault.
So you turn around finally out of the chaos to take a moment to look at what you just spent your life trying to do. And you notice that it looks like as the fire primordial poured into the crystal, the wall, and etc., it was dispersed around the room, and old braziers have been lit, and it's actually quite a warm glow. You turn around, and in the center of the room, up on about a 3-step dais, is a large stone tomb, lined with various dwarven rooms encrusted in silver.
Okay.
And off to the side, you see an armor stand holding some form of armor and weapons, a couple large chests, and a shelf of some sort. On the opposite side of the room is basically racks and racks of weapons, and another couple large chests.
Okay. All right. On the assumption that the entire room isn't trapped, did Odag ever tell us if it was trapped? does
This is
anybody
a question
remember
for
that?
me, or is this
Yeah.
a question for?
Well, for
as
everybody,
Ignis,
I guess, DM included.
As Ignis, the only thing Odeg ever told you was there's a vault,
Damn it!
And
Why
it's
didn't
in
I
there.
ask if it was trapped?
and he said the key was in the forge.
Oh God! Why didn't I ask if there were traps? I'm an idiot. Okay. All right.
And now
Well-
Odeg is maybe dead on a slab somewhere.
Yeah. Good times. All right. Assuming that this all isn't trapped, I think the hierarchy for the things that we get are the weapons on the racks, the armor, check the chests, and finally check the tomb. I don't want to touch that tomb if we don't have to, but if we don't find whatever weapon Odeg was talking about, we may have to. Actually, I don't think I care if we find the weapon that Odeg was talking about, but let's just start looting.
Do you walk in?
Yeah, I'll take a step in.
Okay. Miara, do you go with him? Balmiar is sitting. Actually, because no one's healed him yet, do you choose to heal him? Can you heal him, or are you out?
I don't know if I have. I might have a healing potion on me still. I just want to take a look.
Good question. Do I have a healing potion? I have a potion of fire resistance that I really should have
He's-
taken a lot earlier.
There was that gift from Odeg that maybe was a hint at what might happen. But that's, you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have too good to use syndrome.
That's yeah. Just, you know. Then you got, and I understand that, like, for like inspiration and things like that. Don't be afraid to use items and things, especially because a lot of stuff that you guys deal with is very difficult.
It is. It really is. Oh my god.
Miar, well, before you look, and it's fine if you find something to heal him or whatever. Go ahead and roll a 1d4.
1d4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, for how long? Balmiar is unconscious.
Correct.
I'm learning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so left alone, an hour from now, Balmiar will regain consciousness.
Okay.
He is currently stabilized, lying at the end of the hallway in front of the open vault door.
I think I'm just gonna sit there with him.
Yeah. So
You know what?
So
Here, before I go in, let's just retroactively do this. I have 2 potions of healing because he had 4 potions. We had 3 party members. I'm going to pass
or
off
if you
one.
count Balmiar.
Well-
He gave one to Jirok.
No, Jirok gave us one back because he
Oh,
left. And so I'm
gotcha.
going to give you 1. So you now have an extra potion of healing. If you didn't have one before, you have one.
Thank you.
And then I will walk in.
I didn't have one.
Okay. So do you want to use that potion at all, Miara, or do you want to just sit with Balmiar?
I'll sit with him for right now and see how he is. I'll give it to him. Just let him
Yeah,
relax. for a minute.
it's shallow breaths. But as you sit up and lean against the opening of the vault, and his head is laying in your lap, he begins to purr slightly.
Cool.
Ignis, you walk into the vault. It's well lit, flames from braziers around you. The tomb lies in front of you, adorned with its silver dwarven runes. The various things I described before. What would you like to do?
One thing I'm not going to do is touch those runes or the tomb. Okay, so we have racks of weapons. We have a suit of armor on a rack. And we have 2 chests.
It's like 4 in total.
Okay, 4 chests in total. Okay. So I am going to start taking the weapons and just put them in the bag of holding. And let me know what the weight is. Actually, I should be really good for weight at this point. I have almost nothing in there.
Okay, so you walk over to the left-hand side where there's like 3 racks worth of weapons.
All right. Just tell
Okay.
me what I got.
Looking at it, you see it's quite an amalgamation of different styles of weapons. There's warhammers, axes, swords, spears, javelins. It does seem to be the bulk of them happen to be some form of battle axe. They seem to just be leaning up against the thing. Not really sure why they're there at this point, but they are there. Pulling out of the thing. You just want to take all of them and put them all in the bag of holding?
Sure.
So what you come out with is about 8 battle axes,
Add that up to 9 total.
3 spears, 4 long swords,
4 long swords.
and 2 bows.
Regular bows, long bows, short bows.
They're like dwarven made short bows. They're short. They're long for dwarves, so short bows.
Okay, short bows. Okay, and those the only weapon racks, or are they just the ones on the left wall?
That is the left wall.
Oh,
There
boy.
seems to be one that is on the right-hand side. That is an armor stand with a small rack next to it. That is on the right side of the tomb.
Okay. What have they got on them?
You walk over to the armored stand, and you see very fine chainmail, silvered, inlaid with onyx in certain places. Looking at it, you can tell that it is very fine make. And it has a small helmet or like a chainmail coif that goes with it. Next to that, on the weapon rack beside it, is a javelin.
Okay. I'll take both.
Okay.
Fine chain mail, and I'm just going to put this separate to the other javelins on the assumption of all that it might be, nicer than
Good
normal.
idea.
In fact, you know what? Before I put it in the bag of holding, I'll inspect it because if I can tell that it's fine make chainmail, but not the javelin.
You
Hey,
take
I'm
the time
curious.
to inspect the javelin?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's dwarven runes running down the length of it. It is silvered. The blade of it is silvered. It looks like, much like the chainmail, it looks like jewelry styled silver, but doesn't seem to be a soft metal. And it has dwarven runes lying on the blade, and it has a fine, like, black ash wooden haft.
All right. This actually might do the trick. I'll take that as well. I'm just going to say down, let's say magical question mark javelin. And I'll just sort that, try and identify it later.
Sure.
To identify magical items just normally?
You have literally identify as a spell that you can cast ritually.
Oh, yeah. But I don't want to, take the time to use it as a ritual because we're kind of short on time and we kind of need to patch our wounds. Take that short rest. Okay, so we have the armor, javelin. We just have the chests. So, first things first. Miera, can you come in here and just help me check these things for traps? Because I am excessively paranoid now.
All right. And I'll get up and easily rest Balmiard down. And I'll walk over to Ignis.
Sure.
All right, so I just want to first check the chests for traps.
Okay. There are 4 chests. Go ahead and make the first roll for the first chest.
Is investigation?
This is the one directly. Yeah, it's an investigation check. This is directly next to the armor. 19 doesn't seem to be trapped.
All right, I'm just gonna check the next couple of ones, and if they're all doesn't seem to be trapped, then I'm just gonna open them up. So next one.
Okay. 23 doesn't seem to be trapped.
Okay, next one.
Doesn't seem to be trapped.
All right, now I'm paranoid. It's gonna be the last one. I'm positive.
Doesn't seem to be trapped.
Okay, well, can you just help me out with the? I'm gonna try opening the first one. Just see if it's locked.
You open it up and it opens easily. It doesn't seem to be locked.
Oh my god.
You look inside. This is the one directly next to the armor and the javelin. Okay. Inside you find 4 red potions, another one that is slightly orangish, a potion that is kind of brown in color and seems to have things floating around in it.
Oh boy.
And another potion that is a little blue in color.
So wait, blue potion, brown potion, and what was the other one?
4 red potions.
Yeah, I missed the second one.
And one that is it's like a red and orange kind of swirling potion.
Okay. All right. Sure, I'll grab those. Open up the next one.
Okay. Inside that one, you find a fine belt buckle. It's gold inlaid with silver, worth probably around 250 gold pieces. It has the symbol of Balara on it, which is the mountain.
I'm guessing on the spelling.
Yeah, Bella.
I put in 2 R's. Okay. All right, next one.
A bottle of some liquid. It has a label written in Dwarvish on it.
Probably alcohol.
Worth about 250 gold.
Wiggins would have been so happy.
And you find a carved ivory drinking horn inlaid with silver. Again, with some dwarven runes and the symbol of Balara.
Balara. Okay. All right, last
There's
chest.
2 chests remaining.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that was in 1 chest. I thought we'd open up the 3rd one.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Ready.
In the next one, there's another potion bottle.
Okay.
It's additionally kind of red and kind of orange swirling, but it seems to be a little bit different. It has a labeling on it, again in Dwarvish. And a miniature that looks like the symbol of Belarus's mountain, made out of onyx, and inlaid with silver dwarven runes.
All right. Onyx miniature.
300 copper pieces.
Oh boy. Okay.
And 3,000 silver pieces.
Okay. If I wasn't already rich, I'd be ecstatic. Overcarry.
Do you open the last chest?
The fact that you have to ask me that makes me paranoid.
I've asked you about every one of them so far.
All right, I'll open the last one.
You open the last chest to the shining color of coin. Inside you find 4,000 silver pieces, 2,000 gold pieces,
Okay, wait,
and 140 platinum.
Oh my god. Okay, so 4,000
We
silver, 3,000 gold, and 140 platinum.
2,000 gold,
Did we get out of
140
this?
platinum.
Oh,
Let's go
2,000 gold.
shopping.
Okay. God, if we make it out of this alive, we can get stacked. And you know what's funny is that the sheer amount of money puts me over carrying capacity according to Roll20.
Luckily, it all fits in a bag that only weighs 30 pounds.
This is true. Yeah. Okay. Only thing left is the tomb. I'm gonna guess that. You know how this is gonna go down. Can I just have a real quick out of character moment?
Sure.
I'm gonna make a prediction. If we touch the tomb, it's gonna spawn the spirit of an old dwarven leader. The fact that we've already looted the place means that he's gonna mistake us for grave robbers and attack us. And if we hadn't, then we might have been able to get the hammer peacefully.
But you know that I know that you know that you're a writer, and
Yeah.
I know that you'd think of this kind of shit.
Maybe that's not the case, but maybe it also is the.
And maybe we can find out.
You know, I have to ask. Just tell me yes or no without spoiling anything else. Do you actually take that into account to fuck with me?
No.
But what if he said
Again.
that to fuck with you?
Again, all of this, like everything that you've already done, is already written. Let's go. What would you like to do?
All right, then I'm gonna ask the party. So Miera, despite your rather poor judgment in running past the traps, I still can't. Anyway,
Don't kick a girl while she's down.
all right. I don't see a hammer around here. My only thought is that it's in that tomb. I feel if we touch that tomb, something is going to come out of it. Something that may be on our side, but also may not be. The question that I pose to you is, do we risk opening the tomb and getting the hammer, which may be a great boon to us? Or do we leave it alone and have a guaranteed slow walk back there to Darien to lick our wounds?
I guess it's a matter of whether or not you want to follow through with Odeg's request.
He just might be dead. And I deny
Then
the
it would
request
be
of a
his
dead
last request.
man. Fuck me sideways. All right.
If anything
all right.
does come out of it, depending on if it's on its intelligence, if it's smart enough, we might be able to reason with it.
Okay.
But I'm going to stand back if something does come out of it.
Sure. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, I really wish I took that extension course.
Dwarven would have been useful, huh?
I know. See, when I get my next feat, I'm going to be torn between knowing more languages because holy shit, that's actually useful, and getting the actor perk is holy shit, that might be useful.
I think you have the option to build a helm of languages as well.
Right, but that's the thing. I wouldn't be able to get Darien's night vision goggles.
Would you be able to put that as a
We'll talk.
feat?
We'll talk it later.
Okay.
Okay. So, what would you like to do?
All right. I'm just gonna touch the tomb. Let's put my hand on it at first.
You walk up the 3-step up to the dais, and the tomb lays about the top of it is about the top of your head height. You're very small. The tomb is rather large. So you put your hand out and touch the side of the tomb, and it feels cold. The silver feels fine, well crafted, laid with care on the side of this tomb.
All right, and when I touch it, nothing happens.
No, not that you can tell.
Okay. I'll try pushing it. Try to push open the lid.
You attempt to push open the lid. Make an athletics check for me, please.
Probably not going to work because I'm very small. Oh, damn it.
10.
So it's a 10. It shifts slightly, but you're unable to move it by yourself, it looks like.
Miera, can you help me with this?
All right, I'll be right over.
I'm a small man.
Yeah.
But big in
so
the right
Miara,
places.
just make an athletics check with advantage.
Yeah.
I believe you have a higher athletics than he does anyway.
I do.
Yeah, so together, you slowly push this granite, stone, silver inlaid lid off to the side, and it thuds on the other side. Ignas, you can't really see inside. You maybe pull yourself up on the lip there, but you can see over the edge. Miera, you can see inside, and you see old bones of a long dead dwarf. A small crown on his head, his arms clasped over his desiccated chest, and a hammer lying underneath.
Well, I see it.
Okay. Well, we are definitely leaving that crown alone. I know any ghost story. If I remember my ghost stories, that's the sure sign to death. To the man dwarf laying in this tomb, I'm sorry I can't read the runes, otherwise I would address you by name. I apologize for what we've done here today, setting off the traps and basically ruining everything. Just know that it's for a greater cause, and I really hope you're not going to come back to life and kill us. And I'll try and reach in and pull the hammer out. Oh wait, I can't even look in. Can I just climb up there?
You can get in the tomb.
Oh God, Miera, can you do that, please?
I'll try to grab it.
Oh God.
So Miera reaches in and attempts to grab what you see now as a hammer, essentially made like the hammer's head. It seems to be flat on both ends, very traditional warhammer style, and made out of onyx. Inlaid to the sides are dwarven runes and the symbol of Belarus in silver, as is wont for the Silver Nail stronghold and most of the things that you guys have found. The handle itself is also made of silver, and it ends in a black leather wrapped strapping where you would hold it. You reach in and you grab it with 2 hands and yank it out, and the arms crack and give way as you yank it out of the skeleton dwarf's grasp, and you now hold a warhammer in your hands.
No ghosts.
Not
Isn't coming out of the
yet.
tomb. Okay. My next theory is that the second we take that out of the vault, it will come back to life and try and kill us. So be ready to follow me. Could you put it in the bag, please?
Yeah, after I'd like take a moment and kind of admire the craftsmanship of the hammer, I hand it over to Ignis and put it in the bag of holding.
Okay.
What happens? No scary ghosts.
Not that you can tell.
I'm so paranoid, man. You have no idea. Okay,
Mhm.
let's just walk out. Actually, you know what? You go first. Get Balmiar to his feet with a potion that I gave you.
Yeah.
And let's be ready to follow me closely as we go down the path without setting off traps.
All right. So I'll give Balmiar the healing potion.
Okay.
I forget exactly how this works.
I believe it's 1d4 plus 4 for a
Okay.
basic healing potion. I can look it up real quick for you.
That was... pardon me.
Where's items? Hang on a second. There's items.
So potion of healing. Oh, 2d4 plus 2.
Is it plus 2?
Yes. Yes, that's the regular one.
Okay. Yep. 2d4 plus or 2d4 plus 2.
So just type that out. Roll 2d4 plus 2.
Yep.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
oops, I
since
didn't
it's
get
not
slash.
greater or
Yeah, 2d4
superior
plus
or
2. You're
anything
correct.
else.
Yep.
There we go.
Damn, with the crits.
Nice.
He needed that.
Balmiar recovers with 10 health points. He has a quick inhale and his eyes kind of roll back from where they were, and he sees you there and gives you a big ol' scratchy tongue panther lick.
I'm glad you're feeling better, old friend.
All right. Okay, follow me, but just in case ghosts, be ready to run. Well, be ready to walk very quickly. All right.
So you walk up to where you remember the traps being.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just make our
Make
way
an
through.
investigation check for me, please.
Oh, for God's sake. Actually, I just realized, what if that disabled all the traps? Oh, wait, let me just make sure. Yes, it's at normal. First roll I've had tonight.
You take a look at the tiles, and they all look the same. You can't seem to find that differentiation that you saw previously.
Huh. Okay. Okie doke. Just looking in my... All right, you know what? I'm going to try a thing. I'm going to take this pickaxe that I have in my bag of holding, and I'm just going to toss it down the hallway.
You took out what?
Pickaxe.
Okay.
I have a pickaxe for some reason. I don't even remember when I got it.
You got it in a abandoned mining village before you guys got one of the old Erdrick ones.
Winnie the Pooh style.
No, before that. This is the
really?
first one that you got to.
Wow.
It was one of the... You took a pickaxe because it was not all gross and terrible, and it was from one of the Erdrick mines.
I thought it would be useful. So yeah, I'll just throw it down the hallway, see if it triggers anything, because my very first thought is, what if that just disables all the traps?
So you hurl this pickaxe that's made for a man and or an orc. It's quite large compared to you.
You know, it's like...
You granny toss it, and it
off a
clatters and skitters across the floor and rests in the hallway.
No explosions, no nothing. I'm gonna start walking down the hallway.
Make a dexterity saving throw. I'm just playing. So you make your way down the hallway, and Ignis's suspicions seem to be pretty founded. Where it looks like even he couldn't tell where the differences in the tiles were for good reason. There's the trapped tiles seem to be missing.
Okay. All right. Miera, come on down, and I'll just rejoin Darien.
Okay. And I'm kind of just gonna like cautiously walk through still, because I'm still uncertain. And so is Balmiar, because he's definitely not okay with being over this, but he knows he needs to come.
Yeah, cats remember.
They always remember.
Cat weren't off sleeping somewhere, he would agree.
Jeez.
Jesus. Okay, well, are we dead?
You now are both at the end of the hallway where Darien is.
Hello.
Hey!
Again, I assume holding his torch.
Yeah.
Worriedly pacing back and forth, waiting for his charges to return.
Yup.
My lord! My lord!
Darien.
My lord!
So, Darien,
And there he is.
we can now arm practically an army, or at least a battalion. I have some armor for you when we get to a safe place, and possibly a weapon.
Me?
Yes.
Armor for me.
Yes, and I think
God.
our next
God.
course of action should be to get back to a
alright.
safe space and patch ourselves up.
That's a lot of cat hair, man.
Dude, I
Like,
was just brushing her. Look.
no.
Oh, Jesus.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
Summer. I gotta keep her happy.
Yeah.
God, I can
Oh
make
my
a
God.
fucking kitten with.
Okay. So where would you guys like to go? Smoldering, singed, limping, and well worn out. What would you like to do?
Take the secret passages back to the residential area and just rest in a different house.
Well, we should definitely avoid the path that the primordial literally tore through, because I'm sure it raised alarms.
Would you like to see if you can notice that?
Sure.
I just
Okay.
had a thought.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I don't think we should take that ruby out there because that would just reactivate the traps. Let's not do that.
Oh, yeah. Currently, the ruby is in the door, open in the vault behind you. The vault remains open.
Yeah, I thought for sure that.
Gonna leave the key in the lock.
Yeah, I think we are.
I don't want to touch that thing again.
No, never. Ignis would not touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Weapon.
Leave it for someone else to grab out of greed.
Even with like the standard adventurer's 10-foot pole. How is that a thing?
Even with the one that won't even poke the Grinch.
Okay, so I think first we have to see if it tore a path through the secret passages, because if it did, then yeah, we should probably take a different route, but if it didn't, then those are still safe for us.
Make a when you walk. So you walk out of the hallway with the wooden door, right? And you're gonna go back 10 to or 20 to 30 feet down the hallway to where the secret passage is. And you want to see if the primordial came through this way. I'm going to need a survival check from someone.
I will help you, Miera.
Cool, I'll do it. Cause I do these things.
You do. As a ranger, you do it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can tell that, some of the stone has scorch marks and things, and it as you walk down the hallway towards the secret entrance that you guys had closed behind you, you can see that there's scorch marks across it. But they seem to continue on down the hallway past that.
So it looks like that it just used the regular pathways. It didn't try to go well, let's put it this way. It didn't Kool-Aid man the secret doors.
So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Shall we go?
We shall.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's take the secret passages again.
Okay, so you walk back into the secret passageway, and you take the known path to the housing district, the first one that you were in, where this hallway ends essentially in behind a fireplace, right? Like a hearth of one of these dwarven apartments. And the apartments, the fireplace hearth spins outward slightly, and you're in the home. It takes roughly an hour to get over there from where you are.
Is this the one with the goblin corpses?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, good. All right. I say we just close the door behind us and patch ourselves up.
Sure.
Right.
Actions.
Nope.
None from
Hey.
me.
Great. Let's rest.
I think so.
Whether
You
short
guys,
or long.
when you made your way to the forge,
It hasn't been
was
that long.
after a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
So in total, the walk to the forge was about an hour. The investigation and fight in the forge and things like that was probably about 30 minutes. Quick rush over to the trapped area and investigation there, and then looting the place, and it was about 30 minutes, so that's 2 hours, and then an hour back. You have been awake for 3 hours.
I figured as
You
much.
have
Feels
about
like a year.
What
8
an
to
eventful
9
3 hours.
8 to 9 more hours before your ability to take a mechanical long rest.
Short
Alright.
rest.
But you are
It
more-
dies.
You are
Short
more than
rest.
welcome to take a short rest.
Short rest.
Okay.
Short rest. Hit.
Throw those
dice.
hit dice. Can
Yep,
we use as
so
many?
go
We
ahead.
can use as many as we want, right?
Yeah, you are allowed to use as many hit die as you would like until you're at 0.
Okay.
You regain half of the total on a long rest.
Right. Okay. So here's mine.
Wow, nice crit, bud.
And we've been critting heals.
I mean, you
You've
have.
been critting.
We've been
I have,
critting
I
have.
heals.
All right.
I've
We-
been failing.
Well, no, he was still critting.
Oh, you crit. Yeah, you crit when you gave the potion to Balmier.
That's true.
Still a
Yeah.
crit.
All right. So I'm 34 HP. I got 2 hit dice left. I feel good. I'm feeling good. Oh. All right.
I hope you guys are keeping track of these things.
Yeah.
I am.
I'm just watching it happen, so.
And by the way, while we're doing this, I am also going to give Darien the very fine chainmail. And actually, no, wait. Before I do that, I'm going to do identify as a ritual on it, as well as. Can I do identify as a ritual and still have it count as a short rest?
No. You're
okay.
doing work. How long does it take to cast? 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
So it takes an hour to long rest.
Okay.
And then it takes
no,
10
I
minutes
didn't
to
do that.
ritually cast identify
Okay.
every item. You have 10 minutes.
I
Oh, boy.
perfectly recovered the health that I missed. Or the health that I was
Dude,
missing.
that's awesome.
To
that's
my
great.
max health. Like not one
Good job.
over. Like to the number. That was the amount I was missing.
It's 19.
Well
Oh,
played,
okay.
my
Alright.
friend.
Oh,
Then, at the end of the long rest, I will take the opportunity to properly identify the chainmail and then give it to Darien.
Okay, so you take 10 minutes to identify the chainmail. So as you guys are sitting there resting still, and your buddy Ignas takes out the chainmail, holds it in his hand, and starts inspecting it rather closely. So Ignas, as you look at it, it's very clearly of fine make, but again, it looks like these interlocking chains are delicate, almost ornamental. It looks like they shouldn't be functional in any way. But as you continually look at it, you notice that it's been magically imbued. You notice different points of where like magic was infused into each of these things to be able to have its lightness, but still function as effectively as chainmail. Effectively, this is a +1 chainmail.
So, chainmail +1.
Head coif and all.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
coffee.
Right. Well, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna give it over to Darien, and can we just swap armors?
So yeah, armor on and off for heavy armor, it takes 10 minutes to put on, and like 10 minutes to take off is kind of like the with help. It's I think 5.
Okay, so I have an idea to optimize this. Can Miara help him with the armor, and then I can use the other 10 minutes to inspect the javelin?
Okay.
When
Only
you
if
say a
that's
+1 chainmail, does that mean like +1 AC above what my chainmail is?
Yes.
Dope.
Automatic +1 to AC, buddy.
Yep. So you, Miara, as you get close to Darien, his charred skin smelling musky, and you help him remove the armor. Darien, do you wear like a tabard, something over your chainmail?
No.
No, it's just solid chain.
Yeah.
Okay, and under the chain, you wear like the leather covering for no chafe, like the cloth leather covering for no chafing and stuff like that. So you get off his chain, and it's it looks patched in certain areas. Like in previous fights, he would have had to go to an armor smith and like get it fixed up and things like that. And you help him put on this literally shining, like it's like a shimmer of what you would wear as like silver jewelry onto his body. And yeah, Darien, the torch itself reflects against the chainmail. And that, speaking of Darien, that previous torch you had, that's totally out.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I assume you guys like lit the fireplace, so you don't have to worry about seeing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I put my old chainmail in Ignas's bag of holding, please?
Yeah, that's what I figured. We just swap armors.
Dope.
And while you're taking off and putting on, I take the opportunity to identify the javelin.
Yeah. So you inspect the javelin again. The blade itself is long and very sharp. It comes down to a sharp point, but it seems to be straight on one end, but sharpened on another, kind of out at like a triangle. It looks like a right triangle, right? But it seems a little long. Where the blade is, and then it has a black ash wooden haft, and it is covered in silver inlaid dwarven runes on the blade. Effectively, this is a javelin of lightning. So what this does is, javelin is a magic weapon. When you hurl it and speak the command word, it transforms into a bolt of lightning. Forming a line 5 feet wide, extends out from you to a target within 120 feet. Each creature in the line, excluding you and the target, must make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, taking 4d6 lightning damage on a failed save, and half as much on a successful one. The lightning bolt turns back into a javelin when it reaches the target. Make a ranged weapon attack against the target. On hit, the target takes the damage from the javelin plus 4d6 lightning. Javelin's property can't be used again until next dawn. In the meantime, the javelin is still a magic weapon.
What in the... Darien, how do you feel about throwing lightning?
Is this a riddle?
Let's just say...
Are you kidding me?
Darien ponders what he knows about the aspect.
I mean, I could use it if you guys feel confident that I'm gonna actually make the hit.
So what would what would that be?
It's versatile. A javelin is a versatile weapon where you would throw it like your javelins that he's handed you before. It's for you, it's whatever's higher.
Yeah,
So
although he didn't
train their dex.
Yeah.
It also has modifiers of +1 because it is. Oh no, I'm looking at a different thing. That's the armor.
A +1 to hit.
Javelin.
Is that
Ranged,
+1 to hit or damage?
Thrown, piercing. I believe it's a straight up. Chat, check me on this one. I'm pretty sure he can throw it with strength.
I would assume so, because I would imagine you use dexterity to aim it, but you use strength to get it there, as opposed to like a
That's why I think I believe it's a versatile weapon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I mentioned this because Darien, you're the only one among us who doesn't have a method of hitting something at range.
How in practice, how I would need a action to ready a javelin?
If you're holding your sword, you would have to put the sword away and then pull the javelin. So that would be a total action, right?
Okay.
But if you're not, let's say you're starting a fight.
Yeah.
And you haven't drawn your sword yet, you can just pull and throw the javelin. Like you would for like an arrow for an already drawn bow.
I shall take the javelin.
And smite thee with thunder.
Smite me with thunder.
Okay, wait. Javelin. I'm looking to see if it's in the item database. Yeah, Javelin of Lightning. There it is.
Not a versatile weapon, according to Duzen.
It is not?
Okay.
Oh, here
So
it is. It's in the item database.
There you go.
Oh, does it say?
It doesn't say if it's versatile or not, which is why I was going to try to look.
Ranged weapon attack against the target on hit, target until the next dawn. Can still be used as a magic weapon. Properties, ranged, thrown. Okay, so I guess it would use dex score.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'll take a look. I thought javelin was versatile, so I'll have to look.
The weapon is
5e or
same ability modifier.
5e is a javelin a versatile weapon.
And damage roll that you would use for melee attack with weapon, meaning strength.
Throwing a weapon's done one hand. Some weapons like the trident are versatile. Why is a trident versatile and a javelin is not?
Because probably a javelin
sure.
isn't normal.
You could
Close
either
range
eat
combat.
one piece of chicken very carefully, or 3 at a time.
If a weapon is a melee weapon,
roasting
you say
chicken.
Oh, thanks, Duzen. He says that if it's a melee weapon that can be thrown, basically, then it's considered versatile.
Then it is. Yeah, because you can use this in melee. Wait,
Okay.
properties range thrown. Yeah, you can use this in melee. It's fine. It's a melee
Imagine
weapon.
you pick one as a spear. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll add that to Darien's inventory. So Darien, you
Bitchin'.
currently, let me go to your character sheet
you're
real
gonna.
quick. I'm gonna go do the thing.
Thanks, Father.
Hey, that's what I'm here for, right, bud?
Yeah.
So yep, you have chainmail. Is that actual chainmail +1? Did you drag and drop that one in there?
I just added +1 to my existing chainmail.
Okay.
And then I adjusted my ability modifier. And my ability score just my armor class. My armor class is assuming I have the shield, it's 20. But if I don't have the shield, I mentally put it at the proper one.
Of course.
I'm letting you know. Pretty dope. Now my armor class is 18. Is where it would have been with the shield, without the shield. So that's pretty cool.
So now if you equip the shield, you have an AC of what, 21?
No. Wait, why did it change?
I'm changing it.
Okay.
Don't you have a +2 bonus with a regular shield and then with a +1 shield?
I have a plus. Oh, I'm sorry. So my AC without the shield would now be 17 because I have a +3 shield.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
you have
I'm wrong.
So
So
you
I'm
have a
1
straight
point
20.
high. Straight 20, assuming I'm in daylight, essentially, is what it means.
Or
if I
can
can
actually
fucking
survive.
see, I have 20 armor class.
Or we survive until I hit level 5, and then, we do a thing. All right.
Is it until you can see, or is it until it's like you're in actual state?
Well, no.
it's-
I'm saying if I can see, there's no reason for me to not be holding my shield.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
I've so far been at a 16 AC because
You're in the dark.
I'm in
you've
the
been
dark
using-
holding a
yeah.
torch. So wait,
Yeah.
what?
I
So-
added your javelin of lightning, so now in your attacks and spellcasting, you should have a
Yeah, I
javelin
see
of lightning
that.
there.
The AC, wouldn't that be? Wouldn't it be 20?
If you have a shield on, yeah.
Yeah, so why is it 19?
Because it didn't take into account the fact that you have a +1 shield. Hang on a sec. I'll fix it.
Okay.
Because we didn't do the drag and drop does it automatically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
Oh, you
I'm
know what? I
currently
never
fixing
did. I adjust the shield. I did, but I didn't do it properly. Okay, I see.
So, one last thing I want to do. I'd like to take an extra 10 minutes, if that's okay with everybody, to identify the hammer.
Hmm.
I mean, that's fine.
Hammer.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to take off the Javelin of Lightning off my items list.
Quick
Should I
question.
just-
Hit die recover after a long rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Half of your total.
I just wanted to confirm that before
Half
doing that.
of the total.
Yeah. I was lucky that I only had to use 2 because next time we take a long rest, I get them all back.
Yeah. Right now, I've
Should be
used
fixed now,
2.
Rob.
Okay. So, all right.
I'm gonna leave
20
Miera at
AC,
10.
correct? Rob?
What's that?
20 AC, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I
should
now
be
have
fine.
2 plus 2 or plus items. Thank you.
Yep. You are a tanky boy currently.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ignis, you take the time to take a look at the Warhammer. Okay. So you take the time to focus on the Warhammer, and you see what Miera had seen, which is the onyx hammered head inlaid with dwarven runes, silver, and then the haft itself being silvered, and black leather wrapping for the handle itself. Can I get you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Oh boy. All right. Never mind that it's one of my worst modifiers.
15.
All right. Let's.
About the time your spell finishes and you're able to identify what this Warhammer is, a voice comes crashing into your brain like an avalanche down a mountain, screaming words in Dwarvish, curses flowing through. It's loud, obnoxious, and seems confused and angry.
Ah, for God's sake, do you speak common?
The words, they slow, and then just more Dwarvish, slower, questioningly.
I really hope you speak common because I don't speak dwarf or goblin or gnomish, something. Nihongo.
And you hear,
Nande mo yo.
if me a betir.
If you can understand me, know that we mean you no harm, and we're trying to reunite you with Odeg.
Across the room, I'm watching him and I'm saying to myself, well, he's finally gone mad.
We lost him.
Yeah, I was wondering what your reactions to that would be.
Iris du dus kazud. This voice continues. It seems to be asking you questions.
Yes, and then another fire primordial.
But it's on our side. It's got like an ally, like little hologram over him.
So are you continuing to talk to it and like?
Well, I'm gonna just give an aside. There's something in this Warhammer. Oh, I really wish I'd taken that extension course. God. And then I'll just go back to the hammer. We'll try to reunite you with Odeg so that he can tell you what's been going on.
There's a pause when you say Odeg. He'd kind of been talking consistently, and then it Sati Kuruzd, and then it just waits.
Odeg.
It again asks you a question, and he says Odeg, and then it repeats to you, Odeg.
Yeah, Odeg is in danger, and we're trying to save his life.
And then it goes silent. You feel the voice fade from your mind.
Okay, guess it knows Odeg. Oh, God, that gave me a splitting headache.
As the headache fades and the words fade from your brain, you remember that you had an identify spell. Functionally, this is a +1 Warhammer of.
Okay.
I wrote this down.
Uber
Of Stone Cunning.
Hammer +1 of Stone Cunning.
Yep, it's a Warhammer of Stone Cunning. Functionally, a +1 Warhammer.
I'm gonna just look at the Oh wow, I can't even. It isn't even on here.
Just, so it's a mix. So type in stone cunning, and it should pull up, but it'll pull up in 5e, not roll 20. Stone cunning is an ability that dwarves have to and McSwiggins actually had used this at one point in time when you guys were lost after the encounter with one of the aspects.
Yeah, it's like literally the only time I've ever used stone cunning in like the 2 or 3 times I've played a dwarf.
Yeah,
it was great.
So stone cunning, it basically you can tell the history of stone formations and things like that, whether or not they're man-made or natural, and it gives you advantage on different things like that.
Holy crap! That add double your proficiency bonus. That basically gives me a plus 12 to my roll.
Double your you have a 6 proficiency
for history, yeah.
Oh no, proficiency bonus, not your proficiency bonus should be plus 2. Or 3 right now.
Well, I have a plus 4 to int, and then I checked the box, so I'm considered proficient in it. So does that just mean it's wasted on me?
No, the proficiency check is doubled, not the whole thing. So your proficiency modifier, which should be listed as well. Proficiency bonus is at the top left of your page, just under inspiration, where it says 2. So you add another 2.
Oh. Got it. Okay. Okay, so I would have a plus 8 instead of a plus 6.
Correct.
Got it. All right. You know what? I'm gonna carry this. I don't think I should put it back in the bag of holding.
So you place the warhammer on your belt next to the new long knife that you have.
Yeah. I'll just,
you know what? Yeah, I'll figure out what that is too. You guys keep going. I'll figure.
You know what? I will put the spear in the bag of holding. In fact, I'm just gonna have my dagger and my long knife actually, and my super awesome ghost hammer.
And my axe.
Oh, McSwiggins, I miss you.
He says aloud.
Yeah.
What on earth is a McSwiggins?
He talks about it every morning when he touches himself. I don't know.
Mostly accurate. Mostly accurate.
Oh my god, that's so wrong.
I mean, you do. You wake up, you touch yourself, you say, "Oh, McSwiggins," and then you pour out a drink.
Oh wow, that he actually does do that. Oh man,
every morning, and you've never explained why.
Nobody asked. What's his name?
Nobody has asked.
Finally asked about the underwear, and I gave him an explanation. He was okay with it.
I think I broke Rob.
He never fucking asked.
Yeah, none of you ask about a lot of stuff. It just happens.
We noticed.
Just accept that I'm this eccentric gnome arcanist.
I don't know, man.
Never confront a crazy person.
Are a storied people, and maybe there's customs that I didn't know.
I'm more worried that you're gonna throw a vial of acid at me if I try to ask you.
Or dynamite. Yes, I know.
Or dynamite.
But no, Ignas is loyal to his friends and deadly to his enemies.
Yeah.
And only half deadly to his friends.
See, there we go. There's that half.
Well, I've never accidentally or on purpose hit anyone with a fire vial or a stick of dynamite.
The campaign's still young.
I've never caused friendly fire.
Hey.
So you've identified some things, handed some things away. So you guys see Ignas talking to himself, looking at a hammer, apparently answering someone, and then just belting the hammer.
I did mention that there is this. I'm hearing the voice of a spirit in the hammer. Yes, I mentioned that like halfway through.
You did, took out for a second. You're like, something's speaking to me or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Then to elaborate, I heard the voice of what is probably the spirit that is trapped in the hammer. It only spoke Dwarvish. It seemed to calm down when I said Odeg's name, and we are going to get Odeg now. And if there's anybody in that hallway that grindy hallway. Darien, you throw that lightning spear like your life depends on it.
Okay.
It probably does. Anyway, I think at this point we need to free the prisoners, start the revolution, and get Odeg out of there. Yeah, I say these things, and I absolutely want you guys to chime in and be like, "No, that's stupid. Let's do this."
I mean, we could just leave. This is out of character. Just saying, we could just leave.
Shit, say it in character. You could just leave.
and go where? I honestly don't know where we're going.
Yeah, exactly.
That's in character. I don't know where we're going. The only thing I know is there's a bunch of the Golden Eagles out there, and if we don't get them out, they're either going to be slaves or dead. If we get them out, we will have an army on our side of very experienced warriors.
Well, we have the equipment, yes.
We do. It's all in my pack, in my magic bag.
How did you infiltrate the goblins the first time?
I disguised myself as one of them, ingratiated myself. They took me back there. Odeg was, and I'm going to try and describe this, I'm going to try to describe this not in narration, simply because I don't remember exactly. I just remember it was down a long staircase.
Sure. So Ignas describes to you the directions he took within this prison encampment.
And you know what? Can I also mark it on the map that Miera has?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you mark it on the map. Easy enough. It's like 2 or 3 turns in that one area. It's not super hard to find. There's a spiral staircase off on a corner, and yeah, it's okay.
How many times can you cast Disguise Self?
Right now, I can cast it the once because of my infused item. But otherwise, I am out of magic until we can actually manage to sleep.
Because here's what I'm thinking. You disguise yourself as a goblin. You disguise us as orcs. We get in there.
I can't.
Group. What?
I can't. I can only disguise myself. I can't disguise anybody else.
Can you infuse 2 more items? I just remember that.
No, I can. It's possible, but I used my spells.
Assuming on a day, assuming that you have all your spell slots for the day, could you infuse 2 items?
Absolutely, I could just infuse a couple of copper pieces, give them to you. You'd be able to use the spell as if you were me.
Okay. Because that would allow us to work as a team, stay together, ensure that we all don't die. And we can drop the disguises at any point.
Yes, it'll be at your discretion.
Yes.
If you use the coins.
Right.
Yeah. So the problem is that I can't get my spells back until we actually sleep.
Yeah.
The other possibility is that we take a little walk over to the little murder holes, the little arrow slits that let us spy on the camps.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's not a lot of people there, if there's not a lot of goblins in opposition or anything, we could just straight up go there and take them out and then unlock the cages and get everyone out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm up for a little recon.
Right.
And smart. To know our enemy before going in, guns blazing.
This fucking smart.
Swords throwing.
All right. Well, with my 34 HP and my newly buffed party members, let's go.
Party member.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Maybe next time. Well, no, I have all this other stuff.
I'm at 31 HP now because I rolled 2 hit die, so I'm good. Damir's at 10,
that is some fat hit die. Jeez.
Yeah, I rolled a crit 12.
Yeah, we've done we've done really good on the dice rolls for healing, for the most part.
Yeah,
okay, so you were heading to the viewports, essentially, is what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you exit the place you're staying? You just walk out, or?
Well, let's say first check to see if there's anybody out there.
Sure. So whoever's peering outside, please make a perception check.
Would you like me to make a check?
Please.
All right. All right, let's take a look. First off, let me not have advantage on.
Even if perception rolls tend to be crap, I'd rather have the +3 modifier.
It's dark, quiet. Doesn't seem to be a patrol in the area.
Okay, actually, based on the map, can we get to the... Do we have to actually cross the residential area, or can we just use the secret passages?
To get to the secret passage that goes to where you want to go, you have to cross the residential area.
Okay, just checking. Because I don't have the map in front of me.
Yeah, no, it's fine. So like the one that you exited out of is the one that's behind the hearth.
Right, I remember that part.
The next one is like out and to the left by one of the destroyed statues.
Okay.
On a wall.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Mm-hmm. So you exit and you leave and you walk to the secret passageway, and you're inside of it now. Close the door behind you, and you walk down to the first of the viewing holes. 10 to 10 minute walk ish through this like kind of tight passageways again, and you take a look outside into it. All three of you can make perception checks if you'd like.
Okay.
This is the first area. Again, remember, this is the first area that is basically where the army is.
Actually, I'd rather just... I guess I'd rather just have Miera make the roll at advantage.
Sure. So you'd like to help Miera?
Sure.
Okay.
And then Darien can make his own roll if he wants.
I don't know how much I could see.
Probably nothing. You have a torch right now to see in here.
That is wow.
Your perception checks have been really bad today.
Everything has been really bad today.
So Darien, actually, like your light is like it shines out of this little slit here. You're not necessarily sure if you're being seen or not every time you walk past this and have a torch on.
Oh boy.
So with the 10 perception, you see the army. You see the large bonfire still alight. You see some commotion and chanting. They seem to be riling themselves up for something. They're grabbing weapons, beating on their chests and things like that. A lot of the ogres are like roaring at each other and like pushing, and they're amping themselves up for something. There's war drums like off in the distance. A couple of the ogres have large, like, and very Lord of the Rings-esque like cave troll war drums. They have those.
Seems like they're either ready for a ritual or a battle of some sort.
Might be getting ready to move out.
They could be heading towards where the fire primordial was.
That might be the case.
One of them left.
Yeah, and probably told the others that we were there with a giant fire primordial.
And that there's a ruby.
You want to wait and see if they just leave?
As long as we wait out of sight and out of their path.
All right, I'm up for that.
So you want to wait and watch?
Yeah, Darien, would you mind not putting that torch like right next to the arrow slit there? Gonna be like move it off to the side.
Sure. Yeah, I'll lower it.
Sure. Darien, you're effectively at this point blind. You can't see a whole lot. Miera and
actually,
I mean, so Darien, if you like look out the slit, you can see the flames, right? Like you can see them at a distance, and you can see some shadowy forms, but you can't really make out a whole lot, right? Like as a human, when you look at a light in a far distance, you can't really see a whole lot. But that's kind of what your vision looks like now. For Miera and Ignas, it's kind of similar because it's outside of your range of vision, but you do have better vision in the dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to pick up a little bit more. Yeah, so this goes on for some time. This chanting, this like them armoring up and weapons and this like it all seems to be culminating to something. How long do you guys want to wait?
I don't know. I mean, like you said, my first two thoughts are either they're preparing for a ritual, in which case they might be taking prisoners and killing them, or infusing goblins or orcs, or they're getting ready to move out. I don't know, at least 10 minutes.
Okay. During this time, as this, they seem to be organizing to some kind of form, and as all the hoops and hollers and the cries of rage and anger and basically them trying to amp themselves up for seemingly battle. They're all gearing up. It starts low first, but then you hear these chants building, and it seems to be a single word. And can I get a perception check from you guys? You're a bit far away. I'm not sure if you're able to pick up the intonation here.
I sure can't.
I might.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. It starts low, but eventually you can hear it's like Jorok, Jorok, Jorok. And from off to the side, Miera, you can see this. Walking from the southern hallway, hood thrown back, is a tall orc with a top knot and blade at his side. And that's all you can kind of see from this area, but you see the congregation of orcs start like riling themselves up and like really like getting amped, and they're all cheering and they're all chanting the name Jirok. And he strolls through the center of the area where this like kind of like 20-foot across bonfire is, and stands in front of it. And he draws his long curved dark steel blade and raises it above his head, and then they all form up and charge out of the northern exit. Miera, you can see from here, you roughly watching this and kind of counting, you rolled very high. When he approaches the bonfire, you can see he looks different. What once was like a dying orc with these veins that were crawling up his face. There's metal plates in certain areas. He seems to be missing half of his face, and it's been replaced by some amalgamation of metal and flesh. He's not the kind of sort of handsome orc that you guys remember. And he's still wearing his very long dark black cloak, where your eyes kind of slide off of it when you look. But when he raised his hand with the blade, you notice that the arm itself was not his. It's not an orc arm. You're not super able to make out details of it, but it's different. And as he lowers the blade, and from what you can tell, hundreds of orcs, goblins, and ogres, an amalgamation of each of these things, charges, roaring out the northern gate. He follows behind them with what's, as you continue to watch, 6 or 5 other forms seemingly meld out of the shadows, all wearing dark black cloaks of varying different heights and builds. And they form up around him, leaving a slight perimeter. But again, you had a very high perception roll. You can actually see them. And they follow the warband out of the stronghold.
So what happened?
I relay all the information back to them, kind of as you were describing it. That's
Sure.
what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
What?
They
In the
left.
absolute... What?
Something is different about Jirok, and he's with them.
Huh.
I don't know exactly what's going on,
Okay.
but there's definitely more than we alone can handle. But they've all left out of the northern gate.
That's true.
So Miara, before we like make those statements, it seems that half of them have.
Half of them.
The other half is still occupied.
Half is how many?
With Miara's perception check, make an intelligence roll. Let's see if you could keep count.
18.
Yeah, not bad. There's probably roughly 1,000 or so left.
Oh my. Yeah. The odds look very slim.
Oh, wait. This wasn't the area with the prisoner camps, or was it?
That's the next one.
Okay. That's what I. Okay, so we don't go that way. Let's go to the next one.
Yes.
Also,
Holy
additionally,
shit,
Miera,
1,000?
as you turn around, you notice for the first time a long knife at Ignas's belt. And sitting above the belt line is your father's brand.
Where did you find that?
This was being used by one of the goblins that he perished against the primordial.
I'm gonna pull out my sickle and show him the brand that's on mine, and just say, "Look
Very
at
nice.
the brand."
At the base of the sickle is what looks like it's a symbol of like a brick wall. So it's like the stacked bricks in a formation, and it lies on both sides of the blade.
Okay. Actually,
That's
something
one of my father's weapons.
Huh. I have no idea why he had that. Do you know anything about the Two Skulls tribe?
Do you know anything? Are you?
Let's make an
Miera?
intelligence check.
So Miera, Two Skulls doesn't ring a bell.
No.
I can tell you that it doesn't matter what you're gonna roll here. It does not ring a bell. But
But
that blade looks very familiar.
So by your father's blade, do you mean he made it, or it was his personal blade?
It's at least one that he's crafted, but it looks strikingly familiar. I know I've seen that blade before.
Huh. All right. Would you like it?
I'll trust you to hold on to it for now. You're going to need some sort of strong weapon, and if it's something made by my father, you're in good hands with that weapon.
Keep that in mind. Thank you. All right. Let's check the camps. See if they've left him alone.
So you walk over to the prisoner area, right? You've been back and forth across these two kind of viewing areas a couple times now. Lucky for you, you actually even have these. You look down onto the prisoner camp again. It shows when we had talked about this previously, kind of the center area where the four big locations are where they're holding prisoners. Make a perception check. Let's see what you can see. This area is much less well lit than the war camp.
You want to do another roll at advantage, or just one by one?
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. If anything, I think on advantage we'd have a better shot at it.
All right, go for it. Roll that +3 modifier.
That was a perception, right?
Correct. You're viewing through the arrow slit.
Baby.
Finally.
What do I see? Everything?
Everything.
Kirby, I
Additionally,
can see the future.
Ignas and Miera, if you don't already, go ahead and charge your inspiration slot.
Awesome.
Hey.
Charged.
So,
Charged.
Miera, when you take another look, your eyes are exceptionally keen at this point. Now on high alert, noticing that Jirok is apparently leading a war band out of the camp. You take a look out into what looks to be the main crossway of this prison camp. You've yet to walk into this area, but with Ignas's help, you're able to make out what he's walked through already. He can tell you which direction he came from, where he went, and he's been able to point out where you would need to go to find where Odeg is. So you kind of look down across this crossroads, this four crossroads, and Ignas points out, right, so to the left is where that the guard post is. North from here is, and then to the right is where Odeg is. But as you look down onto the camp, you notice that, again, it's no longer the goblins that guard this area. It seems to be a troop of orcs. It seems to be pretty well guarded. They seem to be alert. You don't see any sleeping in this area here. And there seems to be one that's like bossing the others around. As you take stock of the varying prisoners in the area, again, what catches your eye is it seems to be a group of dwarves in one of these cages, a group of 20 of them-ish, and one sitting in the middle of they're all sitting down in a circle, and they all seem to be singing. What's striking about them is that all of them have tattoos all over their bodies, but they're all in this sky blue pattern. And they all seem to be singing something in Dwarven. When you passed by previously, or Ignas, when you passed by previously, because you're helping her look at this, you've seen them when you walked by the first time.
All right. Were they singing before?
One was. And you took note of him. He had a single arm and a long single braided beard and sky blue tattoos on his body.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about Odeg. Oh, boy.
Can we tell if it's like a somber song or one of just like almost like a pray?
Do you know Dwarven?
I guess I'm asking more so on inflection, more so than in...
Make an insight check.
Is it a dirge?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
And
Let me just make that regular.
it's like insight and religion, so just roll both, and we'll take what happens.
Okay. Insight, religion.
Okay. It's hard to tell. You don't speak Dwarven. It's slow but rhythmic. And, you can't tell if it's sad or sorrowful because you don't know the intonation of the words.
Right.
All right. How many orcs are in there?
With the perception check and a quick count, in this area alone, I think there are 6.
Do we think we can take 6 orcs?
I mean, we can certainly try. We have some new weaponry. We have Darien's new armor. And I'm feeling
there are
much better
there are
than
6
I was
in
earlier.
this area.
Oh, 6 in this area, which means, you know,
Again, this is the central crossroads that you can see. Ignis, you have walked through more than this.
Right.
All of it was a prison camp area.
Right. Like 3 plans and none of them are good. Because one of them involves transforming either Darien or you into one of the orcs and getting you in there to free some of the prisoners and cause a distraction so that the rest of us can get in there. But that would require that you unlock the cages. And I don't think either of you can use thieves' tools. The other idea being we just go in straight fight and we try to take them out as best we can. Even if they run away, we can still unlock some of the cages, gear up the dwarves, the golden eagles, as many as we can, and we'll have a full-fledged revolt on our hands. Or we find some place to hole up for the next 8 hours, rest up, and then I will have my spells, and we can try again the really stupid idea of infiltrating the camp, freeing Odeg. Oh boy. And then the prisoners. Actually, can I just see the map and see if there's a path to get to Odeg?
There isn't.
Crap.
Not one that's marked.
As much as I think it would be beneficial for us to obtain our spells back with 8 hours of rest, plus however much we'll have to wait prior to, the troops will more than likely return.
That's true.
There's a possibility of them returning, and then our odds are more slim.
If we make straight for the cages, we will immediately be able to have more people on our side on the
Exactly.
This is true. If we go in and you two occupy the orcs, I can go for the cages, unlock the whichever one has the golden eagles, get them geared up, and all of a sudden we have a fighting force on our side.
We can even kind of get the jump on this group of orcs too, as long as they don't see us beforehand. And you have a nice, shocking javelin to use. That could do a lot.
Keep in mind when you throw it and activate it, it will cause a lot of damage to anything like on either side of it. So just be careful where you throw it.
As long as we get a jump on them with a javelin throw, we could be all right.
I wouldn't use the javelin unless you can line them up.
Yeah.
For example, if someone were to walk down a hallway, get their attention, and cause them to chase after us. I see Joel smiling. Yes.
How about this?
Yeah.
We're pretty much up on time here, guys.
Yeah,
So
I
you
kind of
guys
figured.
can take the time to think about a plan, and we will be, again, if you guys are still available, we'll be playing this Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is everyone available for that?
Hell yes.
Okay, so this is what we're going to call our stopping place for now. You guys are basically casing the prison camp to execute your plan of freeing them, arming as many as you can, and attempting to revolt against what looks like right now the remaining half of an army. Sounds like a cool thing to do. So this is where we're going to stop for today. Thank you guys for tuning into DieFall. And we're going to do some goals before we do anything else.
I remembered.
Okay.
I remembered.
I did
Ignis.
it. I did it.
Ignis. Find and save your dad did not happen.
Oh,
Rescue Odeg did not happen. Get to the vault without needing to kill the primordial.
You did.
Well, yeah, I think you did it. You're not super sure on whether or not the guy's dead or not.
Oh yeah, but I mean, in Ignis's eyes, I didn't have to fight and kill it. Therefore, I win.
Right.
I used my brain rather than my
I used with knowledge.
As a whole, you gain 350 experience for doing this.
I am level 5.
Congratulations.
Hey,
he's
a big boy.
Level 5. And if you guys die, you get to come back as level 5.
Whole party has to be level 5.
Damn it.
Strategy.
Son of a bitch.
So here, our plan is that much better now because Darren will be able to see with dark vision now.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I mean,
Ignis,
he's got to spend time making this shit.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Well, actually,
Ignis?
no. The way it works is that this is assumed to be something that I've been tinkering with all this time.
Correct. But this will be something I will have you, it's basically your next long rest. Will be like, I put the finishing touches on this.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. Your level, like some of the things that you get, like spell slots and whatever and things like that, you'll get those when you do your long rest. Because they all happen on a long rest anyways. Okay, so keep that in mind.
Okay.
So this is just experience for like, okay, I'm going to get this on my long rest. Okay, so you have an open one. We'll talk about it on Sunday. Be thinking about what your new goal is going to be.
Damn, I need a lot of XP.
Miera, get info on your village and brother. That was a side one.
That's not
so
much.
That wasn't one that you were actively pursuing. Rescue Odeg did not happen. Get into the vault. Get into the vault is an interesting one for you because the difficulty level that you made it for yourself was exponentially higher than it probably should have been. But what we're going to do is it's going to be the same value that Ignis earned, which is 350 experience.
Cool. I can take it.
If in a combat situation, let no one flee. You were not in any technical combat situations this whole session.
Yep.
Okay. Darien, become closer with Miera, winky face. This is dependent on Miera.
I think he made an effort today.
He made an effort, but you don't feel closer to him?
A little bit. I feel a little closer to him.
A little. Okay, so as an easy, I would call that like an easy quest to fill then. you gain 100 experience, Darien.
Oh, I'll fill the quest, all right.
Oh.
Currently terrified, thinks he bit off more than he can chew. Didn't really do anything towards getting above ground. Successfully arm and lead the prisoners in a breakout/revolt. Working towards it. So I think that covers all of our goals for today.
Yeah.
So let's do some shout-outs. Rel, where can the people find you at?
Oh boy, well, when I'm not playing Ignas Erdrick, or I guess I should say Ignas Goal-Solvin' Erdrick, you can find me at youtube.com/relplays, twitch.tv/relplays. I'm streaming at kind of an awkward schedule because it's summer vacation, and I'm just streaming whenever I have free time. And on Twitter at Rel Let's Play. And I do game reviews. I do solo Let's Plays. I do collabs. Currently uploading some Dead by Daylight as well as SteamWorld Heist. And upcoming review, I think, is going to be Seasons After Fall. And if you've never heard of it, watch the review.
Sounds good, man. Thanks. Rob.
Whoa, that's
where can
me.
the people find you at?
You can find me at any one of these fine links on the side there. But, I do the streams. I've been streaming some Paper Mario on the N64, Hyrule Warriors on the Swatch, and just anything I can think of because I'm a variety streamer. It's the whole thing. And to answer Q's question, I will not be streaming after this because I'm a sleepy boy, but I will be streaming tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So assuming Joel is also not streaming, that'd be swell if he came, but that's no big deal. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Rob. Professora, where can we find you at, bud?
Hi. You can find me as well at any of the links on screen. I've been streaming Pokemon Quest, Super Smash Brothers Brawl, Subspace Emissary, and a little bit of Pokemon Yellow. And I might be doing some other stuff too. I'm not really sure. But tomorrow I'll be going live at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I go until about 7 so I could raid one of these two fine gentlemen. And yeah, so you could find me there. You can always drop a follow and such.
Awesome. Thanks, man. And I appreciate you all playing today. It was a good time. I'm so absolutely ecstatic that you guys made it to the vault.
I'm
finally
we made it alive.
You all lived. Pretty incredible. So thank you guys for joining us tonight on DieFall. I really do appreciate it. It's always a good time, and I'm glad everyone can show up and laugh at us and cry with us, because, man, it gets a little dicey. The next time we will be playing will be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. That's this Sunday. And I will be doing a DM prep stream prior to that starting at noon. And that should be good. Rel, do you leave the next week or the week after? Are you here on July 1st or no?
Next Sunday will be my last session of D&D unless we do something on the following Wednesday. Okay.
So next Sunday, as of right now, will likely be the last DieFall The Aspects campaign game session for about a month.
Let's see. I'm coming back on the 26th, so yeah, pretty close to. Let's see.
Almost a month.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm gonna miss 4 weeks.
So I've got some things that I'm working on getting planned and things like that, and I need to talk to some people, but we might try to do some like one-offs or get some guest people on here and stuff like that. It just takes some planning, and I'll have to see if I have time for it. So be on the lookout for that. I'll update the Discord and Twitter and things like that when things are announced, and it should be a good time. So again, thank you all for joining us tonight. It's a blast as usual, and until Sunday. Later.
Bye.